smoked bacon and hash browns.
Let's give it a try.
Now dip it in the gravy.
It's not VAR. Erectile dysfunction. It's more common than you think. And at Lloyd's Pharmacy, it's easy to treat too. Viagra Connect is available without prescription from just $10.99 for 2 tablets. Pick them up in store, including Lloyd's Pharmacy stores within Sainsbury's and online at lloydspharmacy.com. Lloyd's Pharmacy, always here for you. Contains sildenafil. Always read the label, subject to suitability.
Sometimes running a trade or construction business can feel like working out in a sauna filled with wasps. But Xero accounting software can help. You can quote an invoice on the go to get paid faster. Soon it'll feel less like working out and more like chilling out. To whale song. Sung live.
This one's for your construction business, oh no.
Search Xero with an X, because healthy business is beautiful business.
When people ask me about greener ways to heat their homes, I always recommend Samsung heat pumps. Instead of gas, they use electricity, plus the energy in the air outside to heat your home and water. So not only are Samsung heat pumps low carbon, they're energy efficient too. You can even control your heating with your smartphone, and it's all backed by a 7-year warranty.
Search Samsung heat pumps today for a greener way to heat your home.
In football, anything is possible.
Because every passionate supporter has a superpower.
Magic can happen when you believe.
As excitement builds ahead of the FIFA World Cup, Coca-Cola Zero Sugar is celebrating the UK's most devoted fans.
What will you do if your team wins?
Run to work every day in the rain.
Shave my head and change my name.
Share your promise and show you believe.
Coca-Cola Zero Sugar. Believing is magic. Official partner of the FIFA World Cup.
I saved you the best gift till last.
Ooh, what is it?
Oh no, don't shake.
Wow, that's a lot of gravy.
Let the gravy flow. The KFC Gravy Double Bucket is back in stores this Christmas. So much chicken, loads of fries, popcorn chicken, hot wings, and 2 pots of KFC gravy. End 2nd of January. Participating restaurants only, subject to availability.
World Cup Game Day, live on TalkSport. Presented by Double from Asmodee UK. When the game stops, keep on playing Double. Available at all good retailers.
All the way from the camel train to the Casbah. TalkSport.
FIFA World Cup, Qatar 2022.
Online, on your mobile, and on your super smart speaker. Official broadcaster of the FIFA World Cup Qatar 2022. TalkSport.
With the latest news and sports headlines on TalkSport this afternoon. Good evening, I'm Ben Fletcher. Coming up, controversy continues to overshadow the World Cup, but on the pitch, England up and running.
TalkSport.
First, England are off to a flyer at the Qatar World Cup following a convincing 6-2 win over Iran in Group B. I'll have more details in the sport. Ahead of kick-off, Iran refused to sing their own national anthem, with their captain saying the conditions in his country are not right. Ahsan Hajsafi pledged his support to those who've protested against authorities over there. In the 2 months since demonstrations began, more than 400 people have died and nearly 17,000 have been arrested. Meanwhile, all 7 nations who'd committed to wearing the One Love armband have confirmed they now won't do so. FIFA has threatened bookings for any player wearing them. Harry Kane was one of those planning to. The chief sports correspondent for The Times, Matt Lawson, has told TalkSport how the FA might have broken the news to him.
Listen, mate, this is really important. It might mean you miss the third game or the quarter-final. You might even get sent off if you then get booked during the game. You can't do that to a player. That's not fair. It's disgraceful, really, what FIFA are doing. And to me, it feels like they are once again bowing to the wishes of the Qatari hosts here.
And some more worrying scenes ahead of kick-off this afternoon. Large numbers of England and Iran fans missed kick-off owing to long queues generated by ticketing issues. Some other news in brief. Manchester United's Mason Greenwood has appeared in court this afternoon, accused of 3 charges of attempted rape. The 21-year-old, who's been released on bail ahead of a trial next November, is also accused of assault as well as controlling and coercive behaviour. The Prime Minister has reiterated his promise to reduce the number of illegal migrants coming to the UK to business leaders, and rail passengers face major disruption over Christmas, with Network Rail carrying out 300 engineering projects. More than 95% of the network will be open, but passengers are urged to plan their journeys in advance.
Talk Sport weather with Carling, the UK's #1 lager. 18 plus. See carling.com for terms and conditions. Please drink responsibly.
Cloudy with rain for most of Britain this afternoon into the early evening. It is clearer in Scotland.
Talk Sport sports updates with Carling. We're made by our mates. 18 plus. Please drink responsibly.
England have kicked off their 2022 World Cup campaign with a convincing win over Iran.
They're on the front foot again. An opportunity to draw the ball back for Grealish. Half a dozen for England on a fantastic night. Jack Grealish adds to the tally.
It finished 6-2 to England. Jude Bellingham opened scoring his first ever goal for his country. Bukayo Saka got 2, and there was 1 apiece for Raheem Sterling and Marcus Rashford. Gareth Southgate has told TalkSport there is room for improvement.
Well, look, I'm really pleased with the 3 points, and I'm pleased with our attacking play. But we were sloppy in moments, and we could have conceded in the first half, and we've conceded 2 poor goals in the second. So we're going to have to be better than that.
The game was subject to a lengthy first-half delay owing to the Iran goalkeeper taking a serious head injury. Ali Beyronvand was allowed to play on after a collision with his teammate before eventually being stretchered off. Brain injury charity Headway says the first test of the World Cup's concussion protocols has been an abject failure. Gareth Southgate's side go top of Group B then, ahead of the USA versus Wales this evening. It's a first appearance at a World Cup finals for the Welsh since 1958, and captain Gareth Bale admits he's pinching himself.
An incredible feeling, one that as a kid you dream of seeing Wales in a World Cup, but to actually be in the team that achieves it is an incredible feeling, and an honour to be able to do it for our country.
You can hear the USA versus Wales live here on TalkSport tonight. Kickoff is at 7. Right now, it's Senegal v the Netherlands in Group A. Live commentary has just kicked off on TalkSport 2.
Official broadcaster of FIFA World Cup Qatar 2022. World Cup Game Day Live with Andy Goldstein and Darren Bent. Live from the TalkSport Fan Zone. TalkSport.
We were just waiting for it. And this is what 2,000 very happy England fans sound like. Hello, everyone. Hello, everyone. I was going to say drunk, but you already guessed that. England have just smashed Iran to pieces 6-2. And you know what? I know it's early. I think football's coming home, everyone. I do. I think it's coming home.
It's coming. It's coming. It's coming. Football's coming home. Have been asked and answered by this England group, and now it's time to get the ball out. There's a World Cup to be won. Shaw firing it in. Bellingham! 1-0 England. And the immensely talented teenager is off and running. Could be 6 in a moment because they're on the front foot again. An opportunity to draw the ball back for Grealish. Half a dozen for England on a fantastic night.
I think what we're seeing, Jim, is the strength in depth of the England squad is quite incredible, really.
It's a night in which England, coming into the game on the back of 6 without a win, have scored 6. This has been a great night for England. It's coming home. It's coming.
Yes, good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, Darren Bent. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good, you?
Good afternoon, everyone. Yes, they are very loud, or they were. They've calmed down a little bit now. We're at the TalkSport fan zone in Waterloo under the arches, and Darren Bent alongside me, along with Carlton Cole. Here from Carlton, actually, in about 10-15 minutes.
I don't know where Carlton is. He's in there somewhere.
I don't know. He's mingling. I think he's charging £15 for a photo. But you, me, him, and the rest of the TalkSport gang, and everyone here, we just watched the England game. Of course, listen to it live on TalkSport. I'll be honest with you, Benty. When we were talking, I think it was yesterday, we were on air, and I was saying, you know, I'm changing my mind hourly. I thought it was going to be 1-1, then I thought 5-0, then I thought we'd lose. But, I mean, I don't think you can get better than that from a team performance, from the scoreline, just everything about that 6-2 win. It just ticked every box, didn't it?
Everything, even down to the substitutions. You look at the way we started, 3 goals before half-time. Obviously, the long delay, which I thought was a joke, because he's quite clearly got concussion, took a big bang on the goalkeeper, and he was down for, 14 minutes in the first half. Not good enough, but for England's perspective, absolutely superb. I mean, Saka, what a performance from him. Jude Bellingham. I think that's the one player a lot of English fans were looking forward to seeing. How good he could be. Stepped up, was absolutely fantastic. Then the impact off the bench. Grealish getting his goal. Callum Wilson setting him up. The likes of Rashford coming on, showing real composure. A year ago, Rashford doesn't do that. He doesn't do that. So, if you're an England fan, you're absolutely buzzing today.
We just heard actually from Gareth Southgate via TalkSport's England correspondent Faker Others. One of the things he said was that there was sloppy mistakes from the England team. Is that fair? Is that just Gareth trying to find something a little bit negative, as if to say, listen, that wasn't perfection, don't get too carried away?
It was fantastic, and Iran's got a perfectly good goal. The first one was a good goal, well worked, slipped in behind, good finish. The penalties are shambles, because the penalty in the first half on Harry Maguire, that's a penalty. The fact that they give it for Iran was poor, but if you're Gareth Southgate, you've just won 6-2. You've got to be absolutely delighted. England notoriously are not fast starters. You know what I mean? They start off they kind of gradually get themselves into it. Today they came out the blocks fast, smashed around 6-2, and sent a message around the world, I think.
I think you're right as well. Listen, you can send a message around the world as well by picking up the phone and dialing in 03717 223344. Great start for England. Their World campaign smashing, as Benty quite rightly said, 6-2 past Iran, and following that win, the Three Lions boss Gareth Southgate caught up with our England correspondent Faker Others. He said he still wasn't entirely happy.
Well, look, I'm really pleased with the 3 points, and I'm pleased with our attacking play. But we were sloppy in moments, and we could have conceded in the first half, and we've conceded 2 poor goals in the second. So we're going to have to be better than that, and I've got to balance how pleased I am with the approach of the whole squad, which has been brilliant all week, and we felt we would get a good performance today, but we're going to have to be better than we were for 95 or 100, however many minutes we're going to play next game, because the stakes will be out the trap so quickly, and when a game peters out like that, I don't like it, because it's not good preparation for the next one, and we'll have to hit a quick reset button.
Yeah, that's quite interesting. So important couple of days ahead before the USA game. But let's focus on the positives, because there were many, particularly Jude Bellingham. World Cup start, first start for England, first England goal, first World, like how many more firsts does this young lad want? He was incredible.
Yeah, really mature performance. We knew he's in good form. We know that he's been chipping in with goals. You know, it's something we had talked to him about a few months ago, and he has been delivering that with his club. So him and Declan, I thought, were excellent in midfield. Nice balance to it. Used the ball well. Gave a good screen to our defence as well. They intercepted a lot of passes, broke up a lot of counter-attacks, which is crucial for us. So, yeah, it was a really excellent performance.
It was a great performance, let's be fair, Benty. When you saw the lineup, what was your initial reaction?
Yeah, I mean, the only place I would have probably changed would have been
Mount
and
Foden.
That's the one I said yesterday. Please. But they were brilliant. Even he played really well, Mason Mount. But there's so many good individual performances. I know Harry Kane probably thinking to himself, I walked off the pitch and no goals. But listen, his goals will come. But the performances of Saka, I mean, 2 goals for him. And you've got to think, you've got to go back a couple of years after the Euros. Raheem Sterling was obviously racially abused.
Bit of redemption, yeah?
Redemption. He didn't step up, didn't take a penalty. Saka missed, was absolutely hammered. Marcus Rashford, he missed as well. The fact that these 3 guys made an impact today, I think that sends a massive, massive message that, listen, you can't keep these great players down. Saka's come back for the season with Arsenal, been absolutely superb, but there were a number of good performances from this England team, and if you're Gareth Southgate, I think you're almost trying to nitpick to find something, because I thought the performance was fantastic.
And also, of course, when you beat a team by 6 goals to 2, you have the opportunity maybe in the last 30 minutes to make changes. We made them. Dyer, Foden, Grealish, Rashford, and Wilson as well all came on, all played their part in a brilliant performance. I suppose that gives Gareth Southgate a nice headache to have, doesn't it?
Well, it's not so much a headache because these guys have come off the bench, they've made an impact from the bench, so that's where they began back to, the bench. So it's one of them where the team started off really well. The impact subs came on. Callum Wilson came on for Harry Kane, because how many times have we sat here, Andy, and said, is he going to play Kane every minute of every game? He's finally made the change. Callum Wilson comes on, has a real impact. Grealish scores coming off the bench. Eric Dyer stepped in, looked really comfortable in that position. And Marcus Rashford getting his goal. Fantastic goal. So if you're Gareth Southgate, I get it. You've got to kind of find a way of not nitpicking, but almost thinking, right, what can I change that's got to be better against the USA or Wales? But when you look at that individual performances around the team, the likes of Rice, Bellingham, I mean, collectively, there cannot be that much you're upset about, because they were fantastic.
There was a moment towards it, I think it was the last goal, I've lost count if I'm being brutally honest, where Callum Wilson was clean through, squared it to Jack Grealish. Now I'm lucky enough to be sat next to you, and also I've got Carlton Cole the other side, so two players that have played the highest level know exactly where the back of the goal is, and you both said to me at the same time, should never have squared that, I would never have passed it. What does that tell you about Callum Wilson's mindset? What does that tell you about the team spirit as well?
Yeah, the team spirit's high. Listen, him going through there, I'm telling you right now, he would have wished that Jack Grealish wasn't there. Okay. So he could have just gone for goal. But you're right, he chose the right option, right way to pass, used his pace getting them behind, timed his running behind to perfection. And it looks like they're a good group of kids. And when you look at where they can go in this tournament, I know a lot of people will say, yeah, but it's Iran, doesn't matter. They've just put 6 past Iran in the World Cup. That will give every single one of them players massive confidence.
Is it coming home?
Listen, the jury's out still, but they've had a fantastic...
No, that's not the answer.
Yes, it's coming home.
Is it coming home, everyone? I think football's coming home.
Do you think it's coming home?
I don't want to get to it. 6-2's unbelievable.
Unbelievable.
I mean, they're the type of games where we come out on air after and go like 1-0. Are we happy with that? Are we happy with 1-0?
100%.
6-2. I mean, that's 10 out of 10 for me. I know Gareth Southgate's come out and said sloppy moments in the game. He has to say that. Yeah. We can't get too excited. But I can't remember an England performance in a tournament where we were that good to begin with. Usually we get off to a slow start.
Yeah, sluggish, but today they came out the trops. But they've got players playing really well this season.
Yeah.
Harry Maguire obviously stepped in there, looked really comfortable. John Stones was good.
Do you think it makes a difference just in the middle of the season?
Yeah, because players are sharper.
Yeah, I think so.
Of course, they're not knackered, they're sharper.
Yeah.
So I think this, I've said it before, I think this World Cup, you'll see the best kind of quality of football that we've seen in a long time because the players are fresh.
Okay. You can have your say on National Radio simply by picking up the phone and dialing in 03717 223344. You're listening to TalkSport. We're at the TalkSport fan zone in Waterloo under the arches. It's very busy, but come down, join us. Make sure you do if you want to have your say on National Radio again. That number is very simple. Pick up the phone and dial in. We'll take your calls in just a moment. 03717 223344.
World Cup Game Day, live on TalkSport. Presented by Dobble from Asmodee UK. Double, double, double. Oi, oi, oi. Dobble, available at all good retailers.
It's here. Screwfix Black Friday deals. Get 60% off the Turbo Gold multi-purpose screw 1400-piece trade pack, now only $19.99. And with Screwfix Sprint, we'll deliver straight to your site or home in 60 minutes or less, exclusively on our app. Screwfix Black Friday deals. Shop on the app, online or in-store. Must end 28th of November. T's and C's, delivery charges and geographical restrictions apply. Selected products while stocks last.
This season,
Delivery.
Prime Video is delivering the entire 2022 Rugby Autumn Nation Series to your door. Watch the home nations take on the best teams from the Southern Hemisphere, including New Zealand, Australia and South Africa. Exclusively on Prime Video this year.
Little Bear will now take your questions.
Little Bear, do you think it's very tasteful?
Yes. Little Bear thinks that the deluxe veggie Wellingtons from $1.79, Scottish salmon side at $9.99 and deluxe stuffed sea bass at $12.99 are all very tasteful. Because Lidl is big on a Christmas you can believe in. Subject to availability, excludes NI.
Pepsi Max. Can you feel that fizz? I can. Tastes like Christmas in my can. Sweet but no sugar inside. Are you mad? I can never compromise for the max. This year Santa slays full throttle. He's got flavours and fizz in a bottle. We all know that it's time to get festive. About to put maximum taste in my beverage. Pepsi Max. Maximum taste, no sugar.
Hold up, stop!
accept the first credit card offer you get, willy-nilly. Comparing them with Experian First could get you a way better deal. Delicious. I am so sorry for that. Before you do credit cards, do Experian First. Experian Limited is a credit broker, not a lender, based on transferring a balance from an interest-bearing card to one with a 0% interest-free period.
You love what you do. Every job and every customer matters. And your reviews, glowing. We've got a lot in common. We're Trust a Trader, the website that millions of people use to find reputable tradespeople like you. If you're as passionate as we are about doing things right, find out if you've got what it takes to join the Trust a Trader family and really grow your business. Apply now at trustatrader.com.
Subscribe,
you can always
please.
trust a trader.
World Cup Game Day live on TalkSport, presented by Carling. Carling, we're made by our mates. 18 plus, please drink responsibly.
TalkSport, traffic and travel. In Worcestershire, the M42 northbound is partly blocked after a collision. It's happened between Junction 3 at Redditch and Junction 3A for the M40. In the West Midlands, the M6 northbound is partly blocked on the exit to the M5 at Junction 8, where there are emergency repairs. They're blocking the inside lane. And in Manchester, the M60 anti-clockwise is partly blocked on the exit to the M66. That's at Junction 18. There's been a collision there, so do expect some queues. I'm Adam Moore.
World Cup Qatar 2022 on TalkSport. The very best from the Middle East on official broadcaster of the FIFA World Cup Qatar 2022 TalkSport.
You got to hold and give, but do it at the right time.
Shaw firing it in. Bellingham! 1-0 England. Talented teenager is off and running on his World Cup debut, heading the ball into the top right-hand corner. The perfect start for England's 2022 World Cup campaign.
You're listening to the World Cup Game Day Live with me, Andy Goldstein, Darren Bent, alongside. If you've been with TalkSport all day, you would have heard live commentary of England's opener against Iran. We won it convincingly. 6-2. A bit later on TalkSport, we've got live commentary, USA in action against Wales. But right now over on TalkSport 2, you can hear live commentary of the Netherlands. They're up against Senegal. Let's take a quick listen into the action now.
Striking. It opened up, he came inside, and he looked like he's just overrun it, to be honest. But really good play for the Netherlands.
Janssen shoots on the edge of the D as we welcome listeners from TalkSport. The second game in Group A, Senegal 0, the Netherlands 0, the latest score. Both sides have had half chances, but the Dutch have just had a fleet-footed break forward. Berghuis played it square into the path of Frenkie de Jong of Barcelona, had two opportunities to shoot, elected not to do so, and Sekou Kouyaté was there to whip it off his toes, and that, Leanne Sanderson, former England striker alongside me, is the closest either side have come so far.
Absolutely, and I feel like when he came inside, I was waiting for him to get that quick shot off, but he just almost took too long, which allowed Senegal to get back into position and block the shot. So really good play, really good break. You know, they were so good on the counter, and I felt like Bergwijn started that, you know, held the ball up really well. Senegal couldn't handle the break through the middle from all the players when they all went there. Gakpo, Bergwijn, but I think Frenkie de Jong would be looking to put that in the back of the net, and he was almost too calm, too composed, and should have put it in the back of the net.
We are at the Al Thumama Stadium, south of the centre of Doha. The atmosphere is tremendous on a relatively mild night for what we've experienced at the World Cup so far here in the Qatari desert. Remember, the best way to be across all of the games, and we're going to bring you every single match at the World Cup on the TalkSport network, is to download the app, and you can swipe left and right at your leisure. That'll be particularly useful when we get into situations where there are multiple games a day and towards the end of the group stages. It's Senegal 0, the Netherlands 0. And here's a chance for the...
It is indeed, and of course, any goals going in will keep you up to date with that. It's me, Andy Goldstein, alongside Darren Bent. And look who's joined us up here on the podium. None other than the superstar that is Carlton Cole. How are you, Carlton?
Superstar?
Do you want to do your irons and all that?
Irons.
Sorry, my mistake.
Go on, Declan Rice. Go on, Declan Rice.
I've always said Ashley Cole. Hey! How are you, Carlton Cole?
I've been all right, man. How have you been, Goldie?
Doing very well.
Gold finger.
We are. You know this is going out live. You know this is happening, right?
Yeah. It's not edited.
Listen, we came on about 20 minutes ago. Benty gave us his view of that. I thought it was an incredible victory for England from start to finish. In all, 115 minutes? It was a little bit too long.
Crazy,
but it was. What did you make of it? Can you sum up how England played this afternoon?
They played assured. They played with vigour, strength, confidence. But do you know what? I've got to say, I was a bit disappointed with the 2 goals they let in. Very disappointed.
One wasn't a pen.
I know, but they let in 2 goals still, so it doesn't matter.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean? Because really and truly, they're playing against somebody that's not going to let them score 6 goals. It could be a tighter game because you've let in 2 goals. I listen, I don't like to be heavily critical,
right?
But I just need them to just shore up the defence just a little bit more. Clean sheet, and then would have been good.
Do you know what, sorry, Coley, 6-0 sends a massive message in it. 6-0.
Massive message.
I think 6-2 is as big.
No.
Why are you being so negative?
Against
6-2.
It's still an unbelievable result.
Usually, he asked me yesterday, Benny asked me yesterday, what would you take? I went 1-0, 89, Harry Kane pen. That's what England are about.
I wouldn't have minded that. But because they let in 2 goals against not even a mediocre team.
They're ranked 20 in the world.
Bro, they're poor. They're a poor side.
Bro.
I know, he's broke me off, hasn't he?
Come on. But it doesn't matter. They've done the job. They've made sure that what they've had to do today is win confidently and assuredly. And they've done that.
When you've had a performance like that, I'll ask both of you, Benny, I'll ask you first. When you've had a performance like that, we've got our next game in a few days' time. If everyone's fit, I'm not sure about Harry Maguire, I know he went off, might have a bit of concussion, we'll of course let you know as and when we get that news. But if everyone is fit, does that team pick itself now?
Do you know what, you say that, but I still believe that someone like Kyle Walker, if he's fit, he has to be in the team. You need that pace at the back. And we haven't got any. We lacked it a bit today. I know we scored 6 goals, but there were times where Iran were getting in behind us. I think if Kyle Walker's fit, he'd probably be the one change I'd make. But other than that, and of course, as you said, Harry Maguire, we don't know. But if everyone's fit, that's probably the one change I would make. We'd be Kyle Walker back in.
We made 5 substitutions today. We used them all. Dyer, Foden, Grealish, Rashford and Wilson. How important do you think that could come into play? Not necessarily in the group matches, but later on in the tournament, that we use all 5 subs.
We don't need to use all 5 subs. As long as the team's playing well, that starts. And they get the results in the first half. Because, listen, I don't like to call them substitutes. I like to call them finishers. So the players that are not starting, they come on and finish the game. So everyone has to be on the same page. I love what Callum Wilson done.
No, that's not what you said in there.
No, it was. No, it wasn't.
No, it wasn't. That's so
listen,
you turned to Benty, you screamed. What was he thinking of?
Okay. All right, this is just for me and you guys, yeah?
Yeah.
All right, so basically...
You know everyone can hear us, right?
Oh, is it really?
Yeah.
Let me take these headphones off. All right, so no, basically, what I would have done in that situation, because I didn't start the game, yeah? As a striker, you want to get on the... You're at a World Cup. You want to get on the score sheet. Put the ball in the back of the net. But this shows what Gareth Southgate is building. He's building a team. So if I'm coming on to that pitch and I'm saying, do you know what? I don't need to score. As long as we win this game comfortably, I'll pass that ball square. That means you've got good... camaraderie around with the players, and then also you've got a good team spirit. So the team spirit is what's going. No one's there for selfish reasons.
So let me ask you both.
That's a good start.
You've both been in that scenario. When you're clean through on goal, effectively, and you've got someone to your left, are you making that decision in slow motion? I could shoot, but I might not. I might square it. I'm sure it's an instinct.
No, I'm going through thinking, I wish
you're going for goal. You're not looking at Cole thinking I'm going to pull it back. No chance, not you.
Benty's just looking for a beach ball to make sure one of those...
He needs an assist. He said, no, I can score this, but I need that beach ball to get it in the net.
Let me ask you, after what you've seen, how confident are you, more so than when the game started? Has anything changed in your mind about England?
Not really, because I didn't expect Iran to be a challenge. I didn't expect it. But I would have taken us winning at any stage of that game, or at the start of the game, sorry, I would have taken a win. But what the score has now been is 6-2, so they've won comfortably. But I'm still disappointed as I've gone back. Still disappointed in conceding 2 goals.
Do you know what it is as well? They played against a side that was perfect for England. Didn't really want to attack, just sat in there. So you had the likes of Bellingham, who could pretty much do what they want, Mason Mount. The test will be when we play against a team that will go at England as well, and there's gaps everywhere. Then can Declan Rice protect the back four? Will Jude Bellingham be able to have that impact when he's got to run the other way? Yeah. That's where the test will be. But listen, all you can do, and I've always said this about who you play against, you can only beat who's ahead of you. They comfortably beat Iran today. They scored 2, and with Colton about the 2 they conceded, bit harsh with the penalty. But Gareth Southgate will look at that and go, there was 6 we scored, could have been more.
How long have we got you for, Carl? Do you want to stay for another bit?
Mate, I'm around, mate. I'm around.
My worry is that we need pizzas.
Oh, do you want me to get the pizzas in again? Listen, mind you, the listeners, please, I've got Goldstein, 4 pizzas. Yeah, no, 8. I got you 8. 8 pizzas.
And he ate 6.
What am I, Donatello? What's going on?
Still wasn't enough.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Just love pizzas and Splinter. Where's Splinter? You could be Splinter today.
I think he gets one when he sits on the fence when I'm asking for the result. You stay with us, Colton. Obviously, you will Bentley. You're the wingman. You are listening to the World Cup Game Day live on TalkSport, presented by Carling. We're made by our mates 18+. Please drink responsibly.
World Cup Game Day live on TalkSport, presented by Carling. Carling, the UK's #1 lager. 18+, please drink responsibly.
It's party time with Juicer. Score some great rewards, like a party bundle, including beer and a takeaway voucher, bottles of wine, or love to shop vouchers. Just spend at least £400 excluding VAT on collected orders before November the 30th. And the more you spend, the more you score. Terms and conditions apply, account holders only. Registration required. For details, see juicer.co.uk.
Wrapping presents fast so no one gets to peek. Last minute asks for guests to have a seat. Race for the best spot to watch the TV. Chuck the pillows on the floor as a make-do settee. Christmas chaos.
Celebrate the chaos this Christmas at IKEA with everything you need to be a great host. From tables and seating to gifts, decorations and Swedish treats. IKEA, the wonderful everyday.
In football, anything is possible.
Because every passionate supporter has a superpower.
Magic can happen when you believe.
As excitement builds ahead of the FIFA World Cup, Coca-Cola Zero Sugar is celebrating the UK's most devoted fans.
What will you do if your team wins?
Run to work every day in the rain.
Shave my head and change my name.
Share your promise and show you believe.
Coca-Cola Zero Sugar. Believing is magic. Official partner of the FIFA World Cup.
The greatest asset of any business? People. Because with the right people in the right seats, brilliant things happen. Total Jobs make it easy to find the right people for your business. So, find your people with Total Jobs. A team you can trust. Start growing your team today at totaljobs.com.
He's weaving his way round. This is the moment. They've been waiting all year for this. He approaches!
At Lidl, we're big on all the big games, with tasty snacks and drinks like our party time selection from $1.49, Budweiser chili and lime chicken wings for $3.99, and craft beers per can from 99p. Now that's big on quality and always Lidl on price. Subject to availability, selected stores excludes an eye.
This season, Prime Video is delivering the entire 2022 Rugby Autumn Nation Series to your door. Watch the home nations take on the best teams from the Southern Hemisphere, including New Zealand, Australia, and South Africa. Exclusively on Prime Video this year.
Screwfix Black Friday deals with incredible savings on power tools, workwear and more. Shop on the app, online or in store. Must end 28th of November. T's and C's apply.
World Cup Game Day, live on TalkSport. Presented by Double from Asmodee UK. When the game stops, keep on playing Double. Available at all good retailers.
TalkSport sports headlines with Carling, the nation's favourite lager. 18+, please drink responsibly.
You're listening to the World Cup Game Day live on TalkSport with me, Andy Goldstein, Darren Bennett, alongside, and Cole has joined us as well. A reminder, straight after us at 6 p.m, TalkSport brings you more live World Cup commentary of the USA. They take on Wales, and of course, don't forget that right now over on TalkSport 2, you can hear the Netherlands against Senegal. That one's currently 0-0. Next on Drive, we'll take a quick look at the USA. We'll go through that. We'll get the views of Darren Bennett and Carlton Cole. Reminder, if you want to be part of the show, you can. 03717 223344. That and more coming your way after news and sport. Here's Ben Fletcher.
The Prime Minister has congratulated England for their great start and strong performance in their 6-2 World Cup win over Iran. The game was overshadowed by several controversies, with scores of fans at the stadium missing kick-off because of ticketing issues at the automated turnstiles. Iran refused to sing their national anthem in solidarity with protests against the country's so-called morality police, and Harry Kane didn't wear the One Love armband after threats of sanctions for those players that do from FIFA. Elsewhere, Manchester United's Mason Greenwood has appeared in court accused of 3 charges of attempted rape. The 21-year-old, who's been released on bail ahead of a trial in November next year, is also accused of assault as well as controlling and coercive behaviour. And a court looking at Shamima Begum's appeal over her British citizenship has heard she should be treated like a child victim of trafficking. The now 23-year-old travelled to Syria from her East London home to join Islamic State at the age of 15. Back to that England game then, and matters on the pitch. Jude Bellingham scored his first ever England goal as Gareth Southgate's side opened their World Cup accounts in style against Iran. Bukayo Saka got a brace in the 6-2 win and told TalkSport it was a dream World Cup debut. Raheem Sterling and Marcus Rashford got the other goals. Gareth Southgate told TalkSport there are areas for improvement. He was unimpressed with the manner of the goals conceded. You can hear the USA versus Wales live here on TalkSport tonight. Kickoff is at 7. Right now, Senegal and the Netherlands are goalless in Group A. Live commentary continues on TalkSport 2.
To begin at the beginning. A desiccated desert dawn breaks as the mighty Welsh dragon wakes. As the football fire-snorting, goal-greedy giants prepare to do battle with the USA. It's Uncle Sam versus Uncle Bryn.
Listen to that!
The USA versus Wales live from the Al Rayyan Stadium, Qatar. Tonight from 6 on official broadcaster of the FIFA World Cup Qatar 2022, TalkSport.
You're listening to World Cup Game Day Live. We are at the TalkSport fan zone in Waterloo, just under the arches. Very noisy here. I've got Darren Bent alongside and Carlton Cole. We have been talking about England. They've beaten Iran by 6-2. If you want to have your say, you can. 03717 223344. We'll park that for a moment. We'll turn our attention now to a game tonight. The USA will open their World Cup campaign against Wales. It's live on TalkSport from 7 p.m. And, of course, it's the heartache of not making it to the last World Cup. Greg Berthauser's USA have worked hard to ensure that didn't happen again. But just how good are they?
Sargent comes in. Phil strikes the shot low towards the near post. Yet another goal from Josh Sargent.
The USA, they'll be fit, they'll be ready. They've got a really good coach. So I think they'll definitely have a goal.
I see a tremendous amount of focus within the team, and I think this focus is going to help us, go for success.
They're a good young squad, and they have some fantastic players. They're a good team.
Towards the far post, and it's been headed in by Weston McKennie.
USA's no mugs. That's not going to be a pushover.
Now, as we've obviously developed, you have, probably a bunch of guys under 25 that have 30, almost 40 caps now, and we have a little bit more of that international experience. That wouldn't have been possible if we didn't qualify for the World Cup and we don't bring in a coach and a plan.
It's a second chance to deliver a ball in. Pulisic, hat-trick! Near post header from Christian Pulisic. It's a perfect hat-trick.
The US, they play football at 100 miles an hour, Jim. They press for fun.
This is their big chance. This is a team that hit rock bottom and is starting to bounce back.
It's not just talk anymore. I'm confident that this group is ready to play.
I know you're the underdog, but tell you what, man, you got some of the best players in the world on your team, and you're representing this country, and I know you're going to play your hearts out. So let's go shock them all.
Yeah, big game tonight. Wales, of course, against the good old US of A. The game kicks off at 7. We begin our coverage from 6 p.m. You're listening to me, Andy Goldstein, Darren Bent and Carlton Cole alongside. On the back, of course, of England starting their World Cup campaign. Probably the best possible way they could have done. Not just with a win, but one in style, beating Iran by 6-2. We've asked you, the football fans, to phone up and have your say. You can. 03717 223344. Let's go to the line, shall we? Let's say hello and good afternoon to James, the Sunderland fan. Hello, James.
How you doing, James, mate?
James, can you hear us? I don't think James is it.
Come on, J-Mo, you're better than that.
Let's try Chris, the Arsenal fan.
What we talking about, Potskis?
I'm very nervous. I haven't got the dump button in front of me. Oh, we'll try and sort that out. We'll leave Chris and James for a moment. We'll try and sort that out another way. I've got Colton Cole and Darren Bent alongside. Benny, when you watch an England performance like that, and it's the first game of the World Cup, and I talked about how excited you could possibly get as an England fan, what message does that send out to other nations? Because they know that we're one of the teams that are in the mix. I wouldn't say we're favourites, of course we're not. We've got your favourite team, Brazil, ahead of them. But does it send out more of a message to those teams, perhaps, than before a ball was kicked in this World Cup?
Yeah, because you'd expect, of course, England to beat Iran, that's for sure. But it was the manner of the performance, and also, as well, it shows that they're prepared. Because there's times where I think England have turned up to major tournaments and haven't looked prepared. First game of the season, lacked intensity, lacked tempo, not quite sure how they're trying to play. Today you got all of it. The performances, the individual performances, collective performance, the energy, the hunger to go and destroy Iran. So you look at it, and other teams around the world go, okay, like you can never look past England anyway, but you began, all right, these mean business. They look like they're well prepared. Gareth Southgate's got a good crop of players there. They're all playing really, really well. You can quite clearly see as well, some of these players are playing at some of the biggest clubs across Europe. So again, you go, okay, there's something different about this England team, and you can't help but look at it and go, they're going to be a force in this tournament.
There are, of course, some unbelievable teams in this, Carlton. You know, you look at Brazil. Quite a lot of people actually fancy Germany. Spain are in the mix. I know France have got their injuries. Argentina, of course, with Messi. But when you're looking at Team England and how well they play, and not just how well they play, but under Gareth Southgate, do you think that they are, I've heard this phrase often, you would know, you've been in the industry, are they playing for the manager? Do they collectively look like an England group you've not seen for a long time?
Well, it looks like it as well. Remember, he's got this club environment that everybody's talking about, and I can see it, and when I speak to Declan Rice, he's saying the same thing. He's thinking, do you know what, when I want to go away with England. Remember the days when me and you used to go away, Benty, when we used to go to England camp, we weren't really looking forward to it.
No.
I think Declan and the rest of the team all look forward to going away with England. And that is the thing. That means that you can see even the little footage on the content that England put out. They're all mates. They're all having fun. Grealish the other day with Deckers.
Yeah.
He posted it the other day. He just like gave him a little kiss on his cheek, just like little things like that. He plays for Man City. Dex plays for West Ham. They're all on one ship together, and they really think that they can go and do business here. And I think as soon as they get to a point, when they start to believe that they can actually go all the way, I think that bond will take them where they need to get to. They're just going to get through this part here, the group stage. Do that comfortably, then the real work starts in the playoffs.
The expectation level, is it a little bit unrealistic in this country? You talk to the England fan, he's like, well, we got to semi-finals of the world, we got to the final of the Euros, we should go one better, but I just mentioned a handful of other great sides we have to beat. Is it a little bit unrealistic to think we should now go on and win the World Cup?
It's not unrealistic, but listen, before any major tournament, before ball's kicked, someone would always say, we're going to win it. But you have to pay respect to the other nations. Now, you've got to a semi-final, you've got to a final. Of course, the expectation is going to be high, because you're thinking now, we've mixed it.
What's the next level?
What is the next level? And the next level for international football, for England, you have to win it because of where they've been. But it's easier said than done. You look at the Euros. Italy didn't even make the World Cup, and they've just won the European Championship. So that tells you how difficult it is in itself. But if you're an England fan, you've seen that performance. With a little bit of luck, because I always believe you need a bit of luck in the tournament.
Always.
You need a little bit of luck. Injuries need to be on your side. But listen, England, they haven't got nothing to fear. But if they perform as well as they can do, and they've got players that have got no fear, keep playing the way that they can, like they play for their club, there's no reason why England can't challenge the likes of Brazil's and Argentina's and France's.
I asked you, Carlton, earlier on if the team, or I think it was Benny actually, if the team picks itself after a win, but a dramatic win as well, do you expect Gareth to make changes, not necessarily with the starting lineup, but formation, depending on who the opponents are?
Depending on who the opponents are. Look, if I was the gaffer, I'll be looking at the opponents, not us, because I think every team I put out in that field will do their utmost best to serve for the team. The problem is who you're playing up against. Does it suit the tactics? Who are the personnel that are playing in that position? Does it suit them? So he's got to manage that team within before they can look out, because when they go and talk to, say they're going to go and play USA now, who's on that USA team that's going to cause problems? You might need to put a player in to stop him or stop them. Or you might think, do you know what, we might not get as easy attacking-wise as what we've done against Iran. Who are you going to put on to go and score goals? Because Harry Kane didn't score today. Harry Kane, there were 6 goals. Harry Kane didn't even score 1, but he played well.
That's a good thing, right?
We
score 6 goals and Harry Kane doesn't score.
Exactly.
He won't see it that way.
He definitely won't see it that way, but he contributed to the team.
Yeah, but that just proves we aren't solely reliant on Harry Kane up front.
And that's a great thing.
Yeah.
That's a great thing.
If you're joining us late, and maybe you've been living on the moon, you may not know that England's World Cup campaign is well and truly up and running after they absolutely tonked Iran by 6 goals to 2. Earlier on, it was live on TalkSport. 21-year-old Bukayo Saka scored twice on his World Cup debut, and after the match, he caught up with TalkSport's England correspondent Faye Carruthers. Faye started by asking him what it's like to score in a World Cup.
What a feeling, you know, I can't really describe how I'm feeling. It's one of the most special days of my life, to have my family here, to score 2 goals at a World Cup, and yeah, I don't really know what to say because I can't describe it. I'm just so happy.
You're always a man of few words anyway, and so laid back when I talk to you. You're horizontal almost, and then you just turn into a completely different person when you go on the pitch. Tell me what goes through your head in those moments when you see the ball coming into you. I mean, fantastic balls to your feet anyway, but fantastic finishes as well.
Obviously, we're at a World Cup, you know, and if I continue to always think about that, I can feel a lot of pressure. But, you know, obviously I just try to think, you know, it's things I've done before in training, it's things I've done before at the Emirates in the Premier League, and, you know, at the end of the day it's a game of football, so I need to just try and replicate the same actions, and I've done it before, so I can do it again today. So that's what helps me take a bit of the pressure off myself and be able to just try and perform my best.
How did you feel when Gareth Southgate gave you the nod? When did you find out?
I think it was yesterday. Yesterday we found out. So, yeah.
And what did you think?
I was very, very excited. You know, it's a massive opportunity for me, you know, to start a game at a World Cup. You know, it's things of dreams, you know, it's not things that happen to every kid. So it was an amazing honour. I just wanted to make him proud and, yeah, just, you know, repay the faith that he's given me.
Just finally, a 6-2 win over Iran. Do you feel like that's a bit of a statement for your opening game?
Yeah, I believe it is. You know, it shows, you know, what we can do when we play at our best. You know, that we do have quality to go forward to defend, and yeah, that we're a team that's very good.
That was a wonderful Bukayo Saka. Brilliant questions as well from TalkSport's England correspondent Faye Carruthers.
What a player!
Well, I was going to ask you, right? It was a toss-up between Phil Foden, him, and Sterling. Yep. We didn't know which of those two would get the nod, right? When you're I'll ask you first. When you're in that scenario and you get the nod,
yeah.
And it might not have been him that got the nod, it might have been Sterling, but we all expected Foden to play a part from the beginning.
Yeah.
But do you go onto the pitch feeling you have a point to prove or not?
Well, I've never been in that position, so I would not.
What,
no, but honestly,
you've always started, or?
No, I've never started.
Oh, right, fine, okay.
So I've always been like, you know...
You have, Cole, you're being...
I'm just... listen, not for England, I never started for England.
Okay.
But the thing about Bukayo Saka, he's in great form. He knows where he's come from. So remember, he was being scolded after the Euros. Do you know how tough that must have been for him to have felt like he's let his country down, and then everyone's giving him stick after that? If you understand what I'm saying. So for him to even start where he's from right now, and he's performing well every week in, week out for his club. Then he goes into, obviously, he's doing the Nations League. He's not really done well in that. No one has. But then he goes, do you know what? I need to get back into a competition environment. For Southgate to actually put faith in him, do you know how his chest must have been puffed to say, do you know what? I've deserved to be here. I come in here in front of Foden, Grealish, all of these boys, and I'm starting the ball rolling. He must have felt $1 million, and he's repaid it with 2 goals straight across the back. And listen, no one can take that away from him now. He's proved all his doubters wrong so far, and he's got more to do.
Benny, let me ask you, we talked about redemption earlier on. There's always a moment in a player's career when it doesn't go so well, and then all of a sudden you think, is that the turning point? I'll go back to David Beckham getting sent off against Simeone and then scoring the penalty against Argentina. Is that the moment, if there is one, and there needs to be one, and we'll have to ask Saka this, but is that the moment, the nightmare scenario surrounding missing the penalty of the Euros, is today the day that all that in his head may have been forgotten?
Not even just him. You've got Rashford came on, he missed the penalty in the final, he came on, scored a goal, and he's had a horrendous last 18 months, Rashford. You've got Sterling, who people criticise for not taking a penalty. He's got a goal today as well in the first game of the World Cup. So yeah, redemption for all of them, but listen, they all stood up, they received a lot of racial abuse, which was awful. But again, one thing I'd have to say is that I never felt like Gareth Southgate lost faith in any of them.
No.
Maybe Rashford a little bit because he's form and he had other stuff going on. But I always felt like he never lost faith in, he took Saka there for example, he never lost faith in Saka. And Saka this season has come back and been top. Superb for Arsenal. I mean, I've watched him a lot this season. He's been one of Arsenal's best players. Every time he gets the ball, you always think something's going to happen. He's going to go past somewhere, he's going to score a goal, he's going to make something. So listen, they all deserve an awful lot of credit, but so does Gareth Southgate, and he's got his tactics spot on today, the team selection spot on, but I said sterner test will come.
Okay. Now, we will hopefully take some of your calls, or more of them, in just a moment. 03717 223344. It's me, Andy Goldstein, Darren Bent, Carlton Cole. This is World Cup Game Day Live.
World Cup Game Day, live on TalkSport. Presented by Dobble from Asmodee UK. Double, double, double. Oi, oi, oi. Dobble, available at all good retailers.
My dad's a builder. He reckons there's nothing he can't do, unless it's anything to do with his phone. He's got a Travis Perkins trade account, but he hasn't downloaded the app. So I did it for him. Now he gets his own personalised discounts, he can check stock on the go at any branch, and he has all his Travis Perkins invoices in one place to keep track of costs. So he's very, very happy. His joke, not mine. Travis Perkins, doing what matters for the trade. Open a trade account and download the app at travisperkins.co.uk.
So he's weaving his way round. This is the moment. They've been waiting all year for this. He approaches!
At Lidl, we're big on all the big games, with tasty snacks and drinks like our party time selection from $1.49, Budweiser chili and lime chicken wings for $3.99, and craft beers per can from 99p. Now that's big on quality and always Lidl on price. Subject to availability, selected stores, excludes an eye.
Oi, is that what I think it is? Is that footballer Declan Rice eating a conveniently named Muller Rice?
Rice, rice, baby.
And now he's singing Rice, Rice, Baby.
Rice, rice, baby.
They have the same name.
Rice, rice, baby.
I just love logical marketing partnerships.
Rice, baby. Muller Rice, the tasty snack that's full on. Muller Rice, full on.
Gents, there's something we need to talk about. And no, it's not VAR. Erectile dysfunction. It's more common than you think. And at Lloyd's Pharmacy, it's easy to treat too. Viagra Connect is available without prescription from just $10.99 for 2 tablets. Pick them up in store, including Lloyd's Pharmacy stores within Sainsbury's and online at lloydspharmacy.com. Lloyd's Pharmacy, always here for you. Contains sildenafil. Always read the label, subject to suitability.
With business, you're like, this is it, I've got it licked, I know what I'm doing. And then you walk around the corner and you get punched in the face because you just aren't expecting that next thing.
Sage members, like Jamie, can manage any unexpected surprises with our helpful business tools and advice from real experts. Sage, helping business flow.
It's here. Screwfix Black Friday deals. Save £60 on the DeWalt 18-volt brushless impact driver bare unit, now only $49.99. Plus you can click and collect in as little as 1 minute from your local store for free. Screwfix Black Friday deals. Shop on the app, online or in store. Must end 28th of November. T's and C's, delivery charges and restrictions apply. Selected products while stocks last. DeWalt battery and charger not included.
Little Bear will now take your questions.
Little Bear, do you think it's very tasteful?
Yes. Little Bear thinks that the deluxe veggie Wellingtons from $1.79, Scottish salmon side at $9.99 and deluxe stuffed sea bass at $12.99 are all very tasteful. Because Lidl is big on a Christmas you can believe in. Subject to availability, excludes NI.
World Cup Game Day live on TalkSport, presented by Carling. Carling, we're made by our mates. 18 plus, please drink responsibly.
TalkSport, traffic and travel. Buckinghamshire, the M25 clockwise is partly blocked after a collision. It's happened just after junction 16 for the M40. In Worcestershire, the M42 northbound is partly blocked. There's been a collision there and an oil spillage between junction 3 for Redditch and 3A for the M40. And in the West Midlands, the M6 northbound is partly blocked on the exit to the M5 at junction 8. They're doing emergency repairs there, blocking the inside lane. I'm Adam Moore.
Get the latest TUI deals. We have great offers on loads of TUI holidays. Here we come. you can save up to £200 per booking. Plus, live happy all year with up to £150 worth of rewards per person. Dreamy. All ATOL protected. So don't miss out. Offers now on TUI. Live happy. Booking T's and C's apply. Selected departures. Minimum spend applies. See website for details. TalkSport.
World Cup Game Day Live with Andy Goldstein and Darren Bent. TalkSport.
It's a night in which England, coming into the game on the back of 6 without a win, have scored 6. This has been a great night for England.
I'm really pleased with the 3 points, and I'm pleased with our attacking play. But we were sloppy in moments, and we could have conceded in the first half, and we've conceded 2 poor goals in the second. So we're going to have to be better than that.
Yeah, great afternoon for England. 6-2 over Iran. We'll be taking calls in it. We'll be speaking to Darren Bent and Carlton Cole as well. If you want to be involved, you can. It's very simple. 03717222344. Now, over on TalkSport 2, Senegal take on the Netherlands. Let's get the halftime highlights on TalkSport now with Carlin.
Halftime highlights on TalkSport with Carling. We're made by our mates. 18 plus, please drink responsibly.
Now the score in that one is currently 0-0. Let's hear how it sounded over on TalkSport 2.
Links with the ball forward towards Janssen in the penalty area. Gakpo from the angle, plays it square, cleared away on the stretch somehow, comes back towards Janssen. His effort is blocked. It was super football from the Dutch, and the Netherlands have given it away. Kouyate, middle of midfield, forward pass towards Sarr, who shoots from the edge of the D, and it's high and over the top. 2 players in orange making runs forward. Berghuis is one of them. Berghuis has played it square. There's an opportunity at the far post. Twisting, turning De Jong. Can he get the shot away? No, he can't. Swept off his boot at the last by Kouyate, but he should have hit it much, much earlier than he did. De Jong doesn't score many. He could easily have put the Dutch in front. Corner of the penalty area, onto his right foot, and the curler is blocked by Van Dijk, who headed it over the top and behind for a corner. Super skill from Ismail Assar.
Yeah, currently goalless between the two. Second half of that one will be live over on TalkSport 2. Benty, you've sort of kept maybe half of one eye on that one. Very difficult, but no goals. No Mane as well. How much are they missing him, do you think?
We talk about a guy who came second behind Benzema in the World Ballon d'Or. Player of the year has been fantastic for Bayern. We know how good Sadio Mane is, and he just gives them that dimension. I mean, a lot of people made Senegal their kind of dark horses because of Sadio Mane. Now he's no longer there. Maybe the likes of Ismail Assar, he's going to have to step up. And they have to get a bit of luck, as we spoke about earlier. But listen, Senegal will be a force. They'll give anyone a game. But looking at this game here, I mean, Holland have had some good chances. I mean, there was one where they took way too long. I'm thinking shoot. De Jong took too long. He messed around with it, and they lost the opportunity. But you'd expect with the possession that Holland play, the way they keep moving left to right, and with some of the individuals they've got in their squad, they should win it.
Interestingly, when we were talking about the teams that called it England, Brazil, Argentina, and so on, no one mentioned Holland. Why is that? Or the Netherlands? Why was that?
I always feel like, and I don't know what you think, Andy, is that I feel like they underachieve all the time, Holland. They've always got very good players, and this goes way back to the
70s, Cruyff.
70s, the Hullet, these boys, right? Where you almost think to yourself, right, this could be their year. They've got good players, technically very good, play a certain way, the Dutch style, they always play a good brand of football. But when it comes to crunch time, they just can't seem to get over the line. I do think they're missing a recognised centre-forward, a proper goal scorer. They've had it over the years, Van Persie, Van Nistelrooy. I know they've got Memphis Depay now, and he scores a lot of goals for them, but has he got that real X-factor, that killer instinct at the top end of the pitch? I'm not quite sure, but listen, they'll give anyone a game, Holland, just because of the way that they play football.
Okay, reminder, of course, second half we live on TalkSport 2.
This is the chance here.
Oh, this was the chance here on radio. I don't know if that works.
De Jong.
That was a good chance.
25 yards of space.
Good save.
No, he doesn't get a shot off.
Oh, he doesn't even get... OK, my eyes are so bad, I need them tested. Anyway, that was a look at the halftime highlights on TalkSport with Carlin. We're made by our mates, 18 plus. Please drink responsibly.
Halftime highlights on TalkSport with Carling. We're made by our mates. 18 plus, please drink responsibly.
Right, let's get the latest odds now with William Hill.
In the zone on TalkSport with William Hill. Get epic value all tournament with William Hill. 18 plus, begambleaware.org.
Right, so here we go. It's 0-0. There's 45 minutes left, Benty. So Senegal to win are 4-1. Does that surprise you in a 3-horse race? Senegal to win it. 45 minutes on the clock. You're looking for your microphone. You thought we were done for the hour. It's behind you.
I think when the game's at 0-0, right, I always worry. I mean, people think Holland are going to win, but at 0-0, Senegal have got a chance. All it takes is one opportunity for them to get, and they take it, and they win the game. So I think that's probably about fair.
Okay, draw is 9-5. The Dutch team are 19-20.
It's high that.
Cody Gakpo to score. He's 15-4.
Good player, really good player.
Yeah.
I saw him terrorise Arsenal over there at their stadium. So he's a good player. I think he's heavily linked as well to some of the top clubs around Europe. So yeah, good player.
Good player indeed. Thanks to William Hill. Get epic odds with William Hill. Terms and conditions apply. 18+. BeGambleAware.org.
In the Zone on TalkSport with William Hill. Get epic value or tournament with William Hill. 18+. BeGambleAware.org.
World Cup Game Day live on TalkSport, presented by Carling. Carling, the UK's #1 lager. 18+, please drink responsibly.
Screwfix Black Friday deals with incredible savings on power tools, workwear and more. Shop on the app, online or in store. Must end 28th of November. T's and C's apply.
Oh, Amazon delivery.
What's this? Jack Grealish? What are you doing in there? You've come to tell me all about Prime Video's sports lineup this year? With 20 Premier League matches, as well as the Autumn Nation Series rugby and world-class tennis from the ATP and WTA tours? That's a lot of sports to watch at home. What's that? The football's on? Oh, right, sorry. I'll let you out.
What's the score?
All this live sport exclusively on Prime Video.
You win some, you lose some. That's why at Mr. Q, the online casino, they've got hundreds of games where it's not all about winning, but playing for the fun of it. So, for a bit of no-nonsense fun and 20 free spins on Fishing Frenzy to Big Catch with your first deposit, get yourself over to MrQ.com. 18+. BeGambleAware.org. £10 deposit required. All winnings uncapped and credited to your balance. Full T's and C's apply.
Sometimes running a trade or construction business can feel like working out in a sauna filled with wasps. But Xero accounting software can help. You can quote an invoice on the go to get paid faster. Soon it'll feel less like working out and more like chilling out. To whale song. Sung live.
This one's for your construction business, oh no.
Search Xero with an X, because healthy business is beautiful business.
Coming through, he's weaving his way round. This is the moment. They've been waiting all year for this. He approaches.
At Lidl, we're big on all the big games, with tasty snacks and drinks like our party time selection from $1.49, Budweiser chili and lime chicken wings for $3.99, and craft beers per can from 99p. Now that's big on quality and always Lidl on price. Subject to availability, selected stores excludes an eye.
It's here. Screwfix Black Friday deals. Save 50% on Site Beagle trousers, now only $8.49. Plus, download the app for even more incredible deals and to check stock in your local store. Screwfix Black Friday deals. Shop on the app, online or in store. Must end 28th of November. T's and C's, delivery charges and restrictions apply while stock lasts.
Introducing Christmas on Disney Plus, with festive favorites like Home Alone.
Instead of presents this year, I just want my family back.
Exclusive originals like Disenchanted.
I wished for a fairy tale life and it's all gone terribly wrong.
The latest releases like See How They Run.
Stop! In the name of the law!
All for $7.99 a month. This is Christmas on Disney Plus.
That's wicked. Wicked good.
All these plus more now streaming. 18+, subscription required. T's and C's apply.
World Cup Game Day live on TalkSport, presented by Double from Asmodee UK. When the game stops, keep on playing Double. Available at all good retailers.
TalkSport. Wall-to-wall World Cup coverage on 1089 and 1053 kilohertz on your medium wave, on your mobile and on your smart speaker. Official broadcaster of FIFA World Cup Qatar 2022, TalkSport.
The latest news and sports headlines here on TalkSport. Good evening, I'm Ben Fletcher. Coming up, controversy continues to overshadow the World Cup, but on the pitch, England hit Iran for 6.
TalkSport.
England's World Cup campaign is up and running with a convincing 6-2 win over Iran in Group B. I'll have more on these specifics in the sport. Ahead of kick-off, Iran refused to sing their own national anthem, with their captain saying the conditions in his country are not right. Ahsan Haj Safi pledged his support to those who protested against authorities there. In the 2 months since demonstrations began, more than 400 people have died and nearly 17,000 have been arrested. Meanwhile, all 7 nations who'd committed to wearing the One Love armband have now confirmed they won't be doing so. FIFA has threatened disciplinary action for any player wearing them. Gareth Southgate has told TalkSport they wanted to, but the matter was out of their hands.
I was a bit concerned that approval hadn't been given, and I think there's lessons to be learned from that, if I'm honest. But we had to focus on the football, and other people had to do that talking overnight and yesterday and this morning. For me, I didn't want anything now distracting the players.
And large number of England and Iran fans missed kick-off owing to long queues generated by ticketing issues at the automated gates. Some other news in brief. Manchester United's Mason Greenwood has appeared in court accused of 3 charges of attempted rape. The 21-year-old, who's been released on bail ahead of a trial in November next year, is also accused of assault as well as controlling and coercive behaviour. The Prime Minister has reiterated his promise to reduce the number of illegal migrants coming to the UK to business leaders, and rail passengers face major disruption over the Christmas period, with Network Rail confirming they're carrying out 300 engineering projects. More than 95% of the network will be open, but passengers are urged to plan their journeys in advance.
TalkSport weather with Carling, the UK's #1 lager. 18 plus. See carling.com for terms and conditions. Please drink responsibly.
Rain should clear in most areas heading into the evening. Clearer spells in Scotland.
TalkSport sports updates with Carling, the nation's favourite lager. 18 plus. Please drink responsibly.
England are up and running at Qatar 2022 and in some style.
It's a night in which England, coming into the game on the back of 6 without a win, have scored 6, room for improvement. But this has been a great night for England. Off to a winning start in the World Cup again.
England 6, Iran 2. Jude Bellingham opened scoring with his first ever goal for his country before Bukayo Saka got 2, 1 apiece for Raheem Sterling and Marcus Rashford. One fly in the ointment, Harry Maguire subbed off in the second half with an apparent injury, but Gareth Southgate told TalkSport it's nothing to worry about.
Yeah, he felt ill, so at the stage of the game we were at, he thought there was no point in taking any chances. Yeah, I thought his performance was excellent, really very good. I think him and John control the ball so well, control the build-up of the game. They gave us a real calmness in that build-up.
The game was subject to a lengthy first-half delay owing to the Iran goalkeeper taking a serious head injury. Ali Bayronvand was allowed to play on after a collision with his own teammates before eventually being stretchered off. Headway, the brain injury charity, says the first test of concussion protocols at the World Cup have been an abject failure. Gareth Southgate's side top of Group B then, ahead of the USA v Wales this evening. You can hear live commentary here on TalkSport. Kickoff is at 7. Right now it's Senegal 0, Netherlands 0. That's a half-time score in Group A. Live commentary continues on TalkSport 2.
TalkSport online, on your mobile and on your super smart speaker. World Cup Game Day live with Andy Goldstein and Darren Bent. Live from the TalkSport Fan Zone. TalkSport.
And everyone, welcome back to World Cup Game Day live from the TalkSport Fan Zone in Waterloo. Still to come on the show, we're going to look ahead to all of tomorrow's action and we'll continue to react to England's 6-2 win over Iran. But first, Wales play in their first World Cup game in 64 years tonight, and it's live, of course, right here on TalkSport.
Wales are in the semi-finals of a major tournament for the first time in their history.
Kiefer Moore with the equaliser, and that is why he had to be in this Wales team. Wales need to recapture the spirit of the recent past with a team firmly focused on the future.
And the moment has come.
It really did feel like this was just Wales' moment, and here we are.
Wales steps up and he scores!
We can't wait for the World Cup to start.
We're doing it for our country, and they'll be supporting us incredibly like they always do.
Trust me, before the game they'll be ready for it.
What a moment! for Jurgen Klinsmann and for the USA. They are back in front.
2014, I think there was a decent team that was put together under Jurgen Klinsmann.
There are high hopes from the US about this tournament, but I'm not sure how far they'll go.
I'd say in some ways this is a team that hit rock bottom and is starting to bounce back. The odds are second. This is their big chance.
Of course it is for Wales. You'll hear it unfold live right here on TalkSport. Darren Bent alongside me. Is it all about Gareth Bale, or are Wales bigger and better than just one player?
I think they're better than just one player, but he's a superstar. We've seen him over the years win 5 Champions Leagues. He saved Wales on numerous occasions, but they've got more to their squad now. The likes of Dan James is in there, Kiefer Moore. I think it's going to be vital. Scoring goals. I watched him, to be fair, this season play against Spurs, and he was brilliant. He scored 2 great goals, so I think he'll have a part to play. Of course, Aaron Ramsey. So I think they've got players. They're not just so really reliant on 2 players, which they have been. So I think they've got a good squad there now. I mean, it's still going to be incredibly difficult to get out of the group, but again, they need to get off to a good start. After watching England, what they did to Iran, and with the goal difference as well now, you've got to be looking at that. If you're USA or Wales, thinking all we need to do is get a win, get a win.
Yeah. Do you think that that Wales could fall into the trap of thinking, well, we've done the hard work, we've got to the World Cup for the first time in 64 years. If we get out of the group, it's a bonus or not? I mean, you've got to start from scratch, right?
You've got to start from scratch. I don't think they'll be thinking that about if we get out of the group, that's what we've done. They've got players there that have won some of the biggest trophies there is to win out there. They're serial winners. So, listen, the first test, of course, is tonight, USA. Get a positive result. Then you go into the next game. And then eventually, if you get out of the group, then it's who you're going to play. So I think when I've heard a lot of the Welsh players speak, and certainly the manager in Robert Page, they don't seem to be looking too far ahead. It's always like one step at a time. And I think, listen, it's fantastic to have Wales there, but it's can they get out of this group?
Well, we always talk about, can we win the group and go through it? So, will they be thinking it's the fight for second place? Or realistically, if you spoke
they're thinking, get out of the group.
That's all they're not thinking we can. If you ask the manager, Robert Page, he's not going to say, we can top the group.
You've got to be honest. At times, you have to be honest.
Yeah.
Expectation for them would not be to win the group. Player for player, England are a lot better than they are. The race is for second place. And it might be a little bit of arrogance, but you look at the players that they've got compared to what England have got. We've just seen England demolish someone 6-2. I think their aim has to be just get out of the group, finish second. And if they've done that, that's a fantastic achievement.
The focus, understandably, will be all around Gareth Bale. What's it like when you played in many a team where there's been an absolute superstar? I remember you played with Gareth Bale. You signed on the same day, right?
He wasn't a superstar then.
No, I know, he was a left-back, I think. But you signed, you were in a Spurs team, Luka Modric was there, so you know exactly what it's like to play with a superhero, right? Yeah. Does that affect your game? Do you sometimes maybe give away the ball? You're looking for this player a little bit more too? Will they send all their attention around? I know they've played with him for many a time. This is not the first time, but will he be their main focus point,
it's one of them where, with someone like Gareth Bale, you can quite clearly see it with the Wales squad. It's almost like, right, how quickly can we get the ball to Gareth Bale in attacking areas? And sometimes you have that. I remember playing with Berbatov. Now, Berbatov's not in the same bracket, peak to peak, as Bale was in his prime. You talk about one of the greats. But even with Berbatov, he had this arrogance where you'd be in a position and he'd almost put you in 2 minds. Like, you think, do I shoot or do I pass him the ball? And you normally end up passing him the ball because he's a superstar and you know that he can make things happen. You give it to him. You end up ultimately keep giving it to him, or Luka Modric. With these Wales players, you've seen it before. Because someone like Gareth Bale has pulled them out of the fire on that many occasions, you can't help but give it to him because you know ultimately he'll do something for you.
At the same time, the USA team, they'll fancy their chances as well. This is one that I think it's a very difficult game to call, actually. Does a draw not necessarily suit both? But you don't want to lose your first... I know it's obvious, of course you don't. But it could be a cagey affair because of that, right?
Well, no, you don't want to lose that first game just simply because of the game it's just been. England have won 6-0. Okay. You'd be looking at that game against Iran thinking, we can beat them. Maybe not 6, but we can beat them. But you're right, Andy. It is really important that this first game you don't get beat. You need to get a bit of momentum going. And if Wales can somehow beat this USA team, wow, what a position that puts them. Going into the Iran game next, that could be 6 points on the board. Done and dusted. But if they get beat by USA, then they've got to go to Iran, who are fighting for points, and then you've got England waiting for you. Incredibly difficult.
Okay. That game, as I mentioned, is live on TalkSport. Build-up begins from 6. Kick-off for that one is at 7. A game that's already taking place is Senegal. They're taking on the Netherlands. It's live over on TalkSport 2 as we speak. Second half has not long begun, so let's drop in now and just find out exactly how it's going.
I'll be with Tony Cascarino for that one. And France against Australia, last up tomorrow, as we welcome listeners from TalkSport to the Al Thumama Stadium. Senegal 0, the Netherlands 0, 7 minutes into the second half. Virgil van Dijk in possession for the Dutch, who are playing from right to left, all in orange. And Leanne Sanderson former England striker alongside me, this second half has not got going at all. It's very flat and matched by the atmosphere in the stands, I have to say.
Absolutely, and I think you can see both managers have sent, you know, the substitutes out there. We can see Memphis Depay warming up as well with Luke de Jong, and a lot of the substitutes are down there. So I think a substitute, I said it at half-time, could really make a difference in this game, because it has definitely gone a bit flat.
As Gakpo wins a corner for the Netherlands on the far side of the field. Best way to keep in touch with our wall-to-wall coverage of the whole tournament on the TalkSport network is to download the TalkSport app. You can swipe between the two stations at your leisure. Remember, TalkSport later on will bring you full commentary of the USA against Wales. Our team are in position in the stadium and ready to go for commentary. Corner for the Dutch. Far side, Gakpo will take it. Right-footed, out-swinging. Van Dijk with a header over the top. Virgil van Dijk on his major tournament debut, a couple of yards lower, and that would have been 1-0 to the Netherlands.
Yeah, we've seen that happen quite a lot in this game. You know, it's a good delivery from Gakpo. I think as well, like in the last instance, Mendy came out and collected it. But again, Virgil van Dijk, it's almost like he's jumping too early, and then the ball kind of hits him, because it almost like it looked like it hit him on the shoulder. Like it's his head in the end, but it's almost like he's getting up too early, and then it's always going to go sailing over the bar. But he's definitely getting closer and closer, and the fact that Cody Gakpo is able to put the ball in his head on set piece is definitely a positive. But at some point, one of them needs to go in the back of the net.
It is still Senegal 0, the Netherlands 0.
It is indeed. That was a chance, Benny, wasn't it? Virgil van Dijk's header. So, did it hit his shoulder?
No, it came off his head, but it was just behind him. He got a little bit too early, but again, you know what? It's mad. I even forgot about him in this World Cup.
Who, Van Dijk? Did you?
Yeah.
How did you forget about him?
That's what I'm saying. If Holland could find someone...
Koulibaly's playing as well,
yeah,
okay.
But for Van Dijk, if Netherlands could find someone to step up and put the ball in the net, Gakpo could be that player, and you've got Van Dijk and De Ligt at centre-half, and De Jong in the middle of the park, you've got a chance.
Yeah. Their kit, there's something about the orange Dutch kit, isn't there?
Yeah, what's the kit you like, Dutch? Which
the
one?
88 one.
That's nice.
The Ruud Gullit one.
Yeah.
I think that's one of the best football kits ever.
Yeah, that's nice.
But you don't like that because it's not Brazil.
No, it's got to be yellow. Yellow or white.
You must be so excited about seeing Brazil play. Who are the teams you're looking forward to seeing? Oh, obviously Brazil. We've seen England. Who else?
Argentina, Messi.
Yeah.
You can't help Messi, Ronaldo, Portugal. Do you know why I want to see Ronaldo? Because of everything that's gone on the last couple of weeks.
Yeah.
I want to, and he's not played a lot this season. I want to see what mindset he's going to come into this tournament. Of course, it'll be exceptional because you talk about someone who's razor focused.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to watching him. I mean, Spain. I love the way Spain play to keep possession of the ball, keep working it. So there's a number of teams. France, of course, without Benzema, France.
And without Kante
and Nkunku
and Pogba.
Yeah,
as well.
But still, they've still got Camavinga, Tchouameni, Mbappe, Griezmann, Ousmane Dembele.
Yeah, it's frightening, isn't it? And we've got 4 games a day. What is it? 10, 1, 4 and 7.
And we're barely working either.
It's fantastic. You call this work? If you want to be a part of the show, you can. 03717223334. We've spoken about Wales. They're in action tonight against the USA. Dean Saunders hopefully will be joining us in just a moment. I'll be honest with you, he was meant to be joining us 10 minutes ago. I don't know. You know what it is? You know what it is? He's probably downstairs at reception, boring the pants off someone.
Do you know what it is?
I tell you, I got the ball. That's what he's doing.
That's what happens. That's what happens when you fly him to Qatar and leave us here. Yeah. See, that's what you get.
We didn't even invite him. He just turned up at the airport. Hopefully we'll continue our chat with Dean Saunders. We're talking Wales in just a moment. This is World Cup Game Day Live.
World Cup Game Day, live on TalkSport. Presented by Dobble from Asmodee UK. Double, double, double. Oi, oi, oi. Dobble, available at all good retailers.
Screwfix Black Friday deals with incredible savings on power tools, workwear and more. Shop on the app, online or in store. Must end 28th of November. T's and C's apply.
This season,
Delivery!
Prime Video is delivering the entire 2022 Rugby Autumn Nation Series to your door. Watch the home nations take on the best teams from the Southern Hemisphere, including New Zealand, Australia and South Africa. Exclusively on Prime Video this year.
You'll be cheering too if you're eligible to join My Diesel Claim. If you owned or leased a diesel vehicle between 2009 and 2020, you could be entitled to significant compensation. At My Diesel Claim, over 1 million people have already put their trust in us. That's over 10 sellout crowds at Wembley. It's free to sign up and you can check your vehicle's eligibility instantly. Join thousands of other football fans and head to mydieselclaim.com today.
Oi, is that what I think it is? Is that footballer Declan Rice eating a conveniently named Muller Rice?
Rice, rice, baby.
And now he's singing Rice, Rice, Baby?
Rice, rice, baby.
They have the same name!
Rice, rice, baby.
I just love logical marketing partnerships!
Rice, baby. Muller Rice, the tasty snack that's full on. Muller Rice, full on.
So I think I'm going to go for the fish. What about you?
You're trying to enjoy date night, but you worry about the house when you're not there. With Ring security cameras, you can check in on home right from your phone, and you get alerts when someone steps onto your property. So if you get any unwanted visitors, you'll know about it. Can I help you?
Wrong house.
And you can deter them at the touch of a button. With Ring security cameras, you're always home. The Ring Black Friday sale is now on, with great savings on selected devices. Go to ring.com and major retailers today.
He's weaving his way round. This is the moment. They've been waiting all year for this. He approaches!
At Lidl, we're big on all the big games, with tasty snacks and drinks like our party time selection from $1.49, Budweiser chili and lime chicken wings for $3.99, and craft beers per can from 99p. Now that's big on quality and always Lidl on price. Subject to availability, selected stores excludes an eye.
It's here. Screwfix Black Friday deals. Save £60 on the DeWalt 18-volt brushless impact driver bare unit, now only $49.99. Plus you can click and collect in as little as 1 minute from your local store for free. Screwfix Black Friday deals. Shop on the app, online or in store. Must end 28th of November. T's and C's, delivery charges and restrictions apply. Selected products while stocks last. DeWalt battery and charger not included.
World Cup Game Day live on TalkSport, presented by Carling. Carling, we're made by our mates. 18 plus, please drink responsibly.
TalkSport, traffic and travel. In Worcestershire, the M42 is partly blocked northbound after a collision earlier just between Junction 3 at Redditch and Junction 3A for the M40. In Buckinghamshire, delays London bound on the M40. That's partly blocked after a collision just after Junction 3 for Loudwater. And in Berkshire, the M4 London bound is partly blocked. There's a broken down van there. It's between Junction 12 at Thiel and Junction 11, the turn off for Reading and the A33. I'm Adam Moore.
If you're worried that your mortgage payments could go up, it's helpful to know that you can arrange to switch your Barclays mortgage up to 180 days before your current one ends. One way you can do this is in the Barclays app. Your new rate will then apply as soon as your existing rate expires. Simple. For more money help, including other ways to switch your mortgage, search Barclays Cost of Living. Barclays. Make money work for you. Subject to application, financial circumstances and borrowing history. T's and C's apply. 18 plus. Your home may be repossessed if you do not keep up repayments on your mortgage.
The FIFA World Cup Qatar 2022. Hear every fixture, live and on location on TalkSport.
Incredible feeling, one that as a kid you dream of seeing Wales in a World Cup, but to actually be in the team that achieves it is an incredible feeling and an honour to be able to do it for our country.
And you'll never guess who, Gareth Bale with a trademark free kick.
We know on our day, we've proven in the Nations League against Belgium, against a very good Dutch team, that we can more than compete. There's no pressure on us. We're not here to make the numbers up. We're here because we've earned the right to be here. We're a good team, and I want to go and show the world now how good we are.
Cup Game Day Live with me, Andy Golson, Darren Bent alongside. We are at the TalkSport fan zone in Waterloo. It's under the arches. Everyone's had one or two sherbets. I can't really count, but needless to say, they'll all be waking up with a headache tomorrow.
Do you know, I always wonder, right? You know when you've had a performance like this?
What, drinking?
No, England. 6.
Oh, right, okay, yeah.
Who goes on the front of the paper tomorrow? Surely it must be Bellingham, no? Jude Bellingham, first goal for England. Saka 2.
Yeah, maybe Saka.
You think Saka
maybe
2?
It might be a picture of all of them in one big huddle.
I think so. I always wondered that, like, who's going to be? Bellingham's the stand-up.
Beckham.
Wouldn't surprise me, but it's got to be Bellingham, though. Bellingham,
yeah,
first goal.
I think Saka will get it.
Yeah,
they'll look great. They'll look
Saka.
great.
Saka better be on the front of the paper tomorrow.
I hope so, and on the back as well. Right, time now to cross over to our Carling correspondent, who's at the Queen's Vault pub in Cardiff, capturing all the build-up for us ahead of USA against Wales.
The Carling correspondent on TalkSport with Carling. We're made by our mates. 18 plus, please drink responsibly.
Let's say hello to the wonderful Abby Davies.
Like
hello,
and
Abby, how are you?
subscribe.
Hello, very well,
Please.
thank you. And I think I can safely say you won't need to worry about who goes on the front of the paper tomorrow. Gareth Bale will take care of that question for you.
Oh, I like that. I like that, Abigail.
Well,
I like that.
an own goal on 90 minutes.
I'm laughing, but the fear is real.
How are you feeling, Abby? I'll talk to you in a moment about the there's horrific feedback. I'll try and carry on through it. I hope you can hear me. How are you feeling ahead of the game? Are you nervous?
Do you know what? It's been quite incredible, really, because coming here today, because of everything that's surrounding the World Cup, it's not really affected me too much. But seeing the build-up, seeing so many bucket hats around the place, Viva Gareth Bale has been blasting out all throughout Cardiff this afternoon, and the nerves are certainly starting to build. Another thing that I've already seen here this afternoon is a Kiefer Moore for the Ballon d'Or bum cheek tattoo, which has already been shown to me as well. So maybe that's kind of lessened the nerves slightly. Maybe it's brought them to me in another way. I'm not quite sure. But yeah, the nerves and the anticipation certainly starting to build. And I think everyone that's currently in this pub, that's old enough to be in this pub, has experienced some sort of heartbreak being a Wales fan, whether it was the Romania game, the Scotland game, or more recently the Republic of Ireland. So I think there's a real sense of unity around Cardiff today. Those of us who've not travelled for Qatar for a number of different reasons, I think it's incredible that we can all come together and just really appreciate and relish in what Wales have achieved.
Abby, is it all about, I mean, in previous tournaments, of course, and whenever Wales step on to a football pitch, it always seems to be like Gareth Bale or bust. But do you feel like there's a more rounded squad now with this Wales team?
Yeah, I certainly do. And I think that was even the case back in 2016. I've always maintained that, for me, Aaron Ramsey is just as important because of his build-up play, because of the way he links up the play, because of his vision. I think he is just as important to this side. And I also think not having Joe Allen today is a massive blow. You know, you look at our back five that we'll probably go with. Ben Davies is in the form of his career. We've got Ward, who should probably start in goal because of what he's done for Leicester over recent months. Wayne Hennessy is now one of the few players in this squad who isn't getting regular game time, whereas a few years ago it was a number of the squad that weren't getting that regular game time. So I think this is a more rounded squad, but I also think, you know, it is Gareth Bale who provides that moment of brilliance.
Abby, let me ask you, we've been in the TalkSport fan zone. We got here, I've lost track of time now, I think about 11. The game kicked off at 1, didn't it? Yeah, that sounds about right. We're in Waterloo. There's about 2,000 people in here. There's lots and lots of opportunities to buy alcohol. I said at the top of our intro, you're at the Queen's Vault pub in Cardiff. You've got 90 minutes to go to Wales kick off their World Cup campaign. It sounds quite lively where you are. How is it?
Yeah, it's incredibly lively. It's been fantastic to speak to a number of fans here already. You know, they're just reminiscing on what we've already seen. And as I said, we've come from a few years ago. So many of us experienced the times where Wales players didn't have that pride to put on the Wales shirt. Players were withdrawing from squads because they favoured club football over playing for Wales. And now we have a squad that has reignited that passion. They've know what it means to wear that Wales shirt, and having that and being able to unite the Wales fans and see so many of them here already on the Madri, already on the pints. It is fantastic. It's a shame that I haven't got one in my hand either, but that's another point.
Abby, let me ask you a question. I've asked every Welsh correspondent the same question.
Did you say royal correspondent?
No, Welsh correspondent.
Oh, boy.
How important do you think it is that you've got USA and Iran first and then England last? Because by the time you play England, who are favourites for the group, you guys could have qualified by getting a positive result in your first two.
Yeah, we definitely could have, but I think this is very much like 2016 for us. You know, we don't come into this with a great deal of expectation. I think we are very much aware of the journey that we're on. Yes, it would be good. I'm thinking a point maximum tonight, to be honest, against the USA team that we don't really know what to expect. They are quite youthful. Of course, they have only kept 2 clean sheets in their last 27. And I do think they'll struggle to keep us quiet tonight. But we have to be realistic about the fact that the Ukraine game, we weren't at our best. And we've not really performed that well over recent months. They've been quite disjointed performances. So I think there is that air of, you know, what we don't really know what to expect from our own performance tonight. So I think we're quietly playing down our chances and just trying to enjoy the experience as much as possible. But after the Iran show in this afternoon, we have to be confident of 3 points in that one for sure.
Would you take one now if I offered it to you?
A pint or a point?
A point.
A point.
Oh, a pint. Well, if I offered you both now, which one would you grab?
I'd go for the point and then the pint, yeah. So I'd definitely take a point. I think, as I mentioned, Joe Allen is so crucial in the heart of that midfield, and I do think we are going to struggle without his influence there this evening.
Okay, well, listen, it's always a pleasure. It sounds like you're going to have fun, Abby. Thank you so much for coming on. We'll speak to you in a bit.
Thank you very much.
There you go, that was our Carling correspondent on TalkSport with Carling. We're made by our mates, 18 plus. Please drink responsibly.
The Carling correspondent on TalkSport with Carling. We're made by our mates. 18 plus, please drink responsibly.
Now I'm reliably informed, I thought we went to an ad break there, I'm reliably informed that we can go to the phone lines. Fingers crossed they're working. 03717223344 is the number that Nathan, the Wales fan, has dialed in on. Nathan, good evening.
Good evening, how are you, gentlemen?
We're good, we're very well. How are you feeling?
Yeah, I'm a little bit shocked listening to the comment with England being earlier. When you 6-2 up and you're saying that basically this game tonight for Wales is the position for finishing second. Just put something right there. I love what Abby said. We're not going out there with any expectations, but believe me, we're not interested in finishing second. We're after that top spot.
Nathan, I don't know if you can hear me. It's the worst line in the world. I can only apologise. What we'll do, we'll try and fix it. We'll put another 2 and sixpence in the meter, as they used to say back in the day, and we'll try and get you on in just a moment. All right, Nathan? So I'll apologise for that. And we'll get James as well, the Sunderland fan. He wants his say as well on all things England. If you want to talk football, this is the place to talk it. 03717223344. Give us a call. This is World Cup Game Day Live.
World Cup Game Day live on TalkSport, presented by Carling. Carling, the UK's #1 lager. 18 plus, please drink responsibly.
Your friend's latest binge watch. Your mum's go-to cheesecake recipe. We all love a recommendation. So when you need a job doing, why not go somewhere with hundreds of thousands of them? Trustatrader.com. From plumbers to pest controllers, we only let the very best tradespeople become members, so each one comes with reviews, history and chat options. And we'll find the ones closest to you. So whatever the job, you can always trust a trader.
Trustatrader.com.
Ooh. Half off isn't always a good thing, but with Sky Mobile, it is. Because this Black Friday, we've trimmed an incredible 50% off our 60 gig plan when you choose any new phone. Get a 60 gig plan at a snip this Black Friday, but hurry. This offer ends 28th of November. Go to sky.com/mobile. 50% off. Save £15 a month on 60 gigabyte data plan, normally £30 a month with any other phone over 36 months. Offer lost if you mix your plan. Not available with any other offers. Terms apply.
Oh, Amazon delivery.
What's this? Bukayo Saka? What are you doing in there? You've come to tell me all about Prime Video's sports lineup this year? With 20 Premier League matches, as well as the Autumn Nations Series rugby and world-class tennis from the ATP and WTA tours? That's a lot of sports to watch at home. What's that? Right, let's get you out of this. The football's on. Oh, sorry.
All this live sport exclusively on Prime Video.
Peloton's gift to you is here. Get up to £250 off accessories when you purchase a Peloton bike, Bike Plus or Tread. Choose from a variety of accessories like our cycling shoes, a heart rate monitor, non-slip grip dumbbells and more. If you've been waiting for a sign to join Peloton, this offer gives you everything you need to get going. Offer ends 28/11/22. One offer per Peloton bike, Bike Plus or Tread purchased. Cannot be combined with other offers. Internet connection and Peloton. All access membership required to access Peloton content. Terms apply. See onepeloton.co.uk.
He's weaving his way round. This is the moment. They've been waiting all year for this. He approaches.
At Lidl, we're big on all the big games, with tasty snacks and drinks like our party time selection from $1.49, Budweiser chili and lime chicken wings for $3.99, and craft beers per can from 99p. Now that's big on quality and always little on price. Subject to availability, selected stores exclude deny.
It's here. Screwfix Black Friday deals. Get 60% off the Turbo Gold multi-purpose screw 1400-piece trade pack, now only $19.99. And with Screwfix Sprint, we'll deliver straight to your site or home in 60 minutes or less, exclusively on our app. Screwfix Black Friday deals. Shop on the app, online or in-store. Must end 28th of November. T's and C's, delivery charges and geographical restrictions apply. Selected products while stocks last.
World Cup Game Day, live on TalkSport. Presented by Double from Asmodee UK. When the game stops, keep on playing Double. Available at all good retailers.
You're listening to World Cup Game Day Live with me, Andy Goldstein, and the sneaker freak himself, Darren Bent, alongside. A reminder, straight after us at 6 p.m, TalkSport brings you more live World Cup commentary of USA against Wales. And don't forget that right now over on TalkSport 2, you can hear Senegal, they take on the Netherlands. Next on this show, we'll get Darren Bent's World Cup predictions. Before all that, though, it's time for the news and sport headlines with the wonderful Ben Fletcher.
England have received congratulations from the Prime Minister for their great start and strong performance in the 6-2 World Cup win over Iran. The game was overshadowed by several controversies, with Iran refusing to sing their national anthem in solidarity with protests in the country. Scores of fans at the stadium missed kick-off because of ticketing issues at the automated turnstiles, and Harry Kane didn't wear the One Love armband following threats of disciplinary action from FIFA against those players that do. Elsewhere, a 31-year-old man is being questioned by police on suspicion of murder after 2 children died in a flat fire. The girl's mother is in a critical condition in hospital after flames broke out in the early hours of yesterday morning. And NASA has successfully sent a spacecraft around the moon, meaning we're one step closer to sending humans there in 2025.
Talk Sport, sports headlines with Carling. We're made by our mates. 18 plus, please drink responsibly.
Gareth Southgate has told TalkSport he's pleased with 3 points and England's attacking play, but he's bemoaned sloppy moments. He's called on his players to be better than that, while acknowledging the brilliant approach of his whole England squad this week. Cristiano Ronaldo insists his row with Manchester United won't impact his country's World Cup hopes. The Portugal skipper says he and his teammates are hungry and focused in Qatar. And Rangers have sacked manager Giovanni van Bronckhorst. He leaves the club 9 points behind Scottish Premiership leader Celtic and completely out of Europe. A reminder, you can hear the USA versus Wales live here on TalkSport tonight. Kickoffs at 7. Right now, Senegal v the Netherlands is goalless in Group A. Live commentary continues on TalkSport 2.
To begin at the beginning. The desiccated desert dawn breaks as the mighty Welsh dragon wakes. As the football fire-snorting, goal-greedy giants prepare to do battle with the USA. It's Uncle Sam versus Uncle Bryn.
Listen to that!
The USA versus Wales live from the Al Rayyan Stadium, Qatar. Tonight from 6 on official broadcaster of the FIFA World Cup Qatar 2022, TalkSport. World Cup Game Day, live on TalkSport. Presented by Dobble from Asmodee UK. Double, double, double. Oi, oi, oi. Dobble, available at all good retailers. Hello, my friend. Life comes at you fast, so make time for you-time with Just Eat. Here for early times, lunch times, late times, strange times. The perfect times for the McDonald's sausage and egg McMuffins, Leon Love Burgers, and German Doner kebabs. Plus more from Costa Coffee, Subway, and Papa John's. So order now, later, in a bit, whenever. We got it.
Did somebody say Just Eat?
Product subject to availability and restaurant opening and serving times. Participating stores only. See justeat.co.uk for details.
In football, anything is possible.
Because every passionate supporter has a superpower.
Magic can happen when you believe.
As excitement builds ahead of the FIFA World Cup, Coca-Cola Zero Sugar is celebrating the UK's most devoted fans.
What will you do if your team wins?
Run to work every day in the rain.
Shave my head and change my name.
Share your promise and show you believe.
Coca-Cola Zero Sugar. Believing is magic. Official partner of the FIFA World Cup.
Through, he's weaving his way round. This is the moment. They've been waiting all year for this. He approaches!
At Lidl, we're big on all the big games, with tasty snacks and drinks like our party time selection from $1.49, Budweiser chili and lime chicken wings for $3.99, and craft beers per can from 99p. Now that's big on quality and always little on price. Subject to availability, selected stores exclude tonight.
Our daughter has cerebral palsy. Erwin Mitchell got her the help she needed. They gave us hope for Hayley's future. That was the human touch that mattered.
Our legal and financial experts understand the impact of a serious injury. We'll help you receive the best possible support, medical care and rehabilitation. We really get to know you so you can get the most out of life. Erwin Mitchell, the expert hand with the human touch. Find out more at erwinmitchell.com. Authorised and regulated by the Solicitors Regulation Authority.
It's here. Screwfix Black Friday deals. Save 50% on site Beagle trousers, now only $8.49. Plus, download the app for even more incredible deals and to check stock in your local store. Screwfix Black Friday deals. Shop on the app, online or in store. Must end 28th of November. T's and C's, delivery charges and restrictions apply while stocks last.
This season,
Delivery.
Prime Video is delivering the entire 2022 Rugby Autumn Nation Series to your door. Watch the home nations take on the best teams from the Southern Hemisphere, including New Zealand, Australia and South Africa. Exclusively on Prime Video this year.
World Cup Game Day live on TalkSport, presented by Carling. Carling, we're made by our mates. 18 plus, please drink responsibly.
TalkSport, traffic and travel. On the cameras in Buckinghamshire, looking very wet on the M25 this evening, and clockwise it looks like there may be a lane blocked by a collision just before junction 16, the turn-off for the M40. In Worcestershire, the M42 northbound is partly blocked after a collision earlier. That's between junction 3 at Redditch and junction 3A for the M40. And in Bedfordshire, the M1 northbound, the exit slip is partly blocked at junction 13 towards Bedford. There's a breakdown there blocking the inside lane. I'm Adam Moore.
My classes have nearly double the sign-ups this month. Not sure I can keep track.
Jade's online yoga and fitness agency is going from strength to strength, but she needs a bookkeeper as she's really becoming stretched.
I prefer teaching sun salutations, that's for sure.
Indeed can help her find great people fast.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. Add essential questions to your job posts that help screen applicants for must-have requirements. To start hiring, visit Indeed.com/try today.
World Cup Game Day live with Andy Goldstein and Darren Bent. TalkSport.
Yeah, you're listening to World Cup Game Day Live with me, Andy Goldstein, Darren Bent. Alongside, we are at the TalkSport fan zone in Waterloo. We're under the arches, and it's time now for this.
I'm a cheating in a bottle.
Darren here, by the way, Darren Bent.
It comes back out towards Bent! Darren Bent scores!
Come on, England. Come on, England.
It's Darren Bent's World Cup prediction.
I'm sure the boys back home just stick a load of jingles in a jar and then just empty them onto a carpet and pick them back up. It's time now for former England striker Darren Bent to tell us who he thinks some of the tournament's ultimate performers will be. We've got 8 categories. Do you want all the categories or just go through one at a time, Benny?
No, go.
One at a time. Winner.
Brazil.
So, wouldn't that be great? Our producer behind us is saying, slow things down.
No,
I just went bang, bang,
I just
bang.
feel like they've got strength and depth. I've said it before before the ball was even kicked.
Why are you so sure it's Brazil?
I'm not sure, but
well, you are. You just went Brazil.
I pretty much back them in every tournament.
Right.
Ever since '94, I've backed them. And if one,
You would think. So 2002, you were happy.
2002,
and for the last 20 years,
98 wasn't happy because they lost in the final.
Yeah.
And in 2002, but I just think the squad that they've got, the likes of Neymar,
I don't think I've met anyone that's not Brazilian that loves Brazil as much as you.
Honestly, when you think of football, I guarantee you they're the first team you think of, aren't they?
Yeah, but I don't think. See, I saw the Brazil team of '82, right? When
Great
they lost,
never win it.
Yeah, when they lost against Italy. I remember seeing videos of the Pelé side from the '70s. I haven't been that impressed with the Brazil side.
Me neither. The last time I was really impressed with them was 2002 when they won it.
Right.
2006 they should have won it.
Yeah.
They had a good side, but flopped. Zidane destroyed them. But no, I just can't see past Brazil just with squad depth and the amount of players they've got in attacking areas. Vinicius Junior, how good he is, Rafinha, Neymar,
Richarlison,
Gabriel Jesus.
And their goalkeepers. I mean, how do you choose a goalkeeper?
Edison or Alisson, take your pick. I'd put one of them out pitch.
I think I'd put Edison out there because he's good with his feet.
Yeah. So I just feel like they could be the ones to win it.
Yeah. What year was it Diana Ross missed the penalty? Was it in '94?
Yeah, it was awful. America.
It was, yeah.
And then she tried to put the rebound she tried to put in.
No, there was no rebound.
No, but she tried to get after it and then tried to put it in. She missed it again.
No, what? I don't know what Diana Ross video you've been watching.
Different one.
It must have been. So you think Brazil, who will they beat in the final?
Argentina.
Well, you don't want that to happen, do you?
Yeah, why not?
What? Messi's 1,000th game.
I get that, but when you talk about a spectacle, is there anything better than Brazil versus Argentina?
No, there isn't. But Messi, he deserves it, doesn't he? Who deserves it? This question's not even up there. Who deserves to win the World Cup?
Whoever gets to the final. But if you're talking about a player,
yeah,
ticking off, Messi.
Yeah.
Some fans will say Ronaldo.
Okay. This might be the answer to your next question. Player of the tournament is going to be?
I think the player of the tournament is going to be... I'm going to go for Kylian Mbappe.
Okay.
Yeah.
You really sat your neck on the line there.
Yeah, I'm going to go for... I just think... But now Benzema's out as well, it's almost like added responsibility to himself to kind of start. I know he stepped up in 2018 as a young kid, won the World Cup for France, but almost added responsibility. Didn't really play well in the Euros a couple of years ago, wasn't great at all, was he? But I think this one here, I think he's ready to go. I think he's primed, he's in great form for PSG, and I think, yeah, he could be the stand-up performer.
Okay, I think I know the answer to your next game, having watched the England game. Young player of the tournament.
Jude Bellingham.
Oh, I thought you were going to say Bukayo Saka.
No, I think 19. The kid's 19. And he looks obviously...
Well, Saka's not an old man, is he?
No, he's not, but you're talking about a kid he's a teenager.
Okay. Yeah, he is.
I mean, I know he only got one goal today, but he just looks like that missing midfielder that England have missing.
It's a great goal as well.
Great goal. Header, brave. I just feel like he's the midfielder that England have missing for a while. That box to box, but it's got a little bit of quality. He can take the ball off the back foot as well.
Is his price tag going to go up after this World Cup?
Yeah, it will do. I think to get him, you're going to look at 150 million.
I agree.
But it doesn't seem unreasonable considering he's only 19.
Okay. Top goal scorer?
I'm going to go top goal scorer. I'm going to go for... I don't know why I'm saying against Mbappe.
Okay.
I just think that...
No, that's fine.
He's going to play every single minute, isn't he, for France. And he's... I'd love to say an Englishman, like as someone just shouted out there, Saka, but I'm going to have to go for...
No, he was talking about you, saying sack him.
Sack him. Yeah, I'm going to go... Oh, Mbappe.
Top sister, who would that be?
Kevin De Bruyne.
Oh, yeah, well, I can't wait to see Belgium play.
No, scrap that. Messi.
Okay.
Messi.
All right.
Last World Cup.
I think he's going to be a little bit more greedy this World Cup.
I don't think he will. I don't think that's in his nature.
I know, but because it's probably going to be his last World Cup.
Doesn't matter. As long as he wins it.
Breakthrough player, we've got 3 left. Breakthrough player, who are you going for?
Breakthrough player is a bit of a tough one, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because I would have said Jude for that.
Who's breaking through for England? There's no one really breaking through, is there?
Well, Bellingham's obviously announcing himself to the world, isn't he? We know we've seen it Champions League.
Yeah.
But this is like the World Cup, the pinnacle.
Yeah.
Breakthrough. You put me in a spot here, didn't you?
You should have been doing your homework. What were you doing between 1 and... Oh, yeah, the game was on.
Yeah,
the dark horses.
See, I would have said... Do you know what?
You're going to think of Holland, aren't you?
But no, before the ball was kicked, I said Senegal, right? Before Mane got his injury, so that's kind of thrown me.
Well, Senegal are supposedly, if everything goes according to plan, the team that we would face in the last 16, right?
Well, they're 1-0 down now because Holland just scored.
Okay.
Gakpo, what a player.
Yeah, we talked about him earlier on.
You talk about breakout player, Gakpo, there you go.
Yeah.
But no, dark horses, the Netherlands.
Okay, tell me why.
Just because I think they've got, we spoke about earlier, 2 really good centre-halves. If they can just find someone who can put the ball in the net, they've got De Jong in midfield, Nathan Ake's at the back as well.
Yeah.
I think the Netherlands could be the dark horses.
Okay. There you go. That was Darren Bent's picks for the tournament.
It's Darren here, by the way, Darren Bent.
It comes back out towards Bent! Darren Bent scores!
Come on,
By 6 goals to 2, and a short while ago our World Cup opener, it was live on TalkSport. Following the game, the England correspondent Faker Others caught up with England's right back Kieran Trippier.
I know you won't have wanted to concede those 2 goals, but the performance as an England fan was a delight to watch. What positives do you take?
No, the positives that we can take is that we was clinical in the chances that we had. You know, we played some nice football. You know, gave the ball away certain times, myself included. You know, the most important thing obviously is the win, but yeah, we would have liked to keep a clean sheet.
Yeah, I can understand that completely, but it was a joy to watch, and everybody has asked about England playing a back 4 and it being more fluid football, and that's certainly what we saw today. At some points, it was like watching a Premier League game, and you've only had 5 days together. Yeah, we have, but you know, we've worked with each other for a long time, so if it's a 4, if it's a 5, we know our roles. And today it was a 4, so... You know, I'm delighted for the players. It was first game in the World Cup for some of the boys, first goals as well. So I'm absolutely delighted for the young lads and as a team overall. But of course, we're still disappointed with the 2 goals. Yeah, that's the perfectionist in you as a player. I can understand that. You mentioned those players. Jude Bellingham and Bukayo Saka weren't part of the starting 11 for the Euro final. I mean, what an 18 months they've had to come on and have that kind of composure. Yeah, no, they've shown great experience for such young people, young ages. You see for the players at the clubs, they're playing at such a high level anyway, so when they come away with England in a World Cup, they're ready. So, you know, they've scored lots of goals for the clubs, but
I'm absolutely delighted for them too, for sure, and all the other young players whose first game it was as well.
And of course, Marcus Rashford coming back after so long. The last time, we know what happened the last time he was in an England shirt.
Again, you know, Marcus is another player where he's worked extremely hard for his club. His performances have been excellent, and he shows you what he's all about. You know, his direct is in behind, and it was a clinical goal that he scored, so I'm delighted for him also.
Right at the beginning of the game, there was such a lengthy stoppage. How difficult was it to get your rhythm back, because you'd started on the front foot so well?
Yeah, and that's what we want to do every game. We want to start on the front foot, but as players at times where, of course, the keeper had to come off. I hope he's okay, but it does stop the rhythm a little bit to try and get back into the game. But you know, we're all inexperienced players, and we've got to keep our heads and be calm, and I thought we was. And yeah, we just tried to start as we finished during the time.
Yeah, you absolutely did. A 6-2 win. Congratulations, Kieran. What do you want to improve on for the USA game up next?
We need to be clinical again like we was today. I think we in possession with the ball. You know, maybe we give it away a couple of times today, and other teams might punish us. So, you know, we'll look back at the game where we can do better, and we're fully focused on the USA game now.
The English next game, of course, against the USA will be live right here on TalkSport, as they will be every single game live on TalkSport. In fact, following us at 6 p.m, Wales take on the USA. It's Wales' first World Cup involvement for 64 years. The team news is out. Let's cross over to Nigel Adley, who can tell us more.
Yes, good evening, Andy. The big news for Wales is that Kiefer Moore does not start here this evening. So much of the pre-match talk has been about how he could possibly make an impact in his first game at a World Cup. But Harry Wilson has been selected, which is a big call made by Rob Pett. The relative lack of action he has had recently. The Wales team in full is Hennessy in goal, Mepham, Roden and Davis the back three. Roberts and Williams will be the wing backs. Ampadu, Ramsey and Wilson behind Bale and James. Not a single member of the USA team has any previous World Cup experience either. They are captained by Leeds' Tyler Adams. Christian Pulisic of Chelsea will also be leading the line alongside Josh Sargent of Norwich. Full commentary coming up on this game on TalkSport with Dean Saunders. Kick-off 7 o'clock. We begin in around 15 minutes' time.
Good work as always. Nice show. Darren Bent alongside me. It's very rare you get a World Cup game where not one player on the pitch has got experience in the competition. What did you make of the Welsh squad?
Yeah,
the Welsh 11 rather, sorry.
Kiefer Moore would have played, give him a different dimension. You could obviously see what he's tried to do. He's obviously going to have Bell wide on one side and Dan James use their pace to get in behind, obviously occupy between the centre half and the fullback on either side. Dan James, that's his biggest weapon, his pace, and Bale on the other side. But if you're Kiefer Moore, you'd be a little bit disappointed. I think he's had a good start to Premier League season.
Okay. That game, as I said, will be live on TalkSport 2 later on tonight. Now, we've only got about 4 or 5 minutes left, Benny. We've got 4 games to look forward to that will be live, of course, across the TalkSport network tomorrow. It all kicks off 10 a.m. 10 a.m. Set your alarm for Argentina against Saudi Arabia. I'm going to wake up. I'm going to go down in my shorts.
The chosen one.
Pardon? The chosen one at 10 a.m. You can watch Messi in your pyjamas with your porridge.
Watch him in the gym. Do you know what one of them is? That joke?
I've been there a few times. This is, I'm guessing that the Argentinians will approach this game and be feeling towards what kind of scoreline they can look ahead to in the same manner in which we did England going into our first game against Iran. Would that be fair?
Argentina could set a real statement out by beating Saudi Arabia. You'd expect Argentina to get the job done, but you don't know. We've seen Argentina.
Oh, you do know, Benty.
Yeah, they'll win. But we've seen Argentina in previous tournaments struggle, World Cups struggle.
Does it matter at this stage how you win, what scoreline?
No, I don't.
I mean, like 1-0 Messi, 90 minutes, happy days.
3 points. It's about the knockout stages, getting to that knockout stage. So I'll be looking forward to that one.
Okay. Oh, you've just finished talking, so I need to move on.
Yeah.
Denmark against Tunisia will be an interesting one.
Yeah, because
1 p.m.
A lot of people have got Denmark as their dark horses to go and win it.
No, they haven't.
A lot of people.
To win it?
To win it.
Who's got Denmark to win the World Cup?
I know a load of people. I've got Laurie, for instance.
Okay. Did you ask him when he had his 5th drink?
Yeah, he had one in his hand. But no, a lot of people have got Denmark after the whole Christian Eriksen thing. Yeah. They feel like it's written in the stars. I personally don't. But obviously, big, strong Brentford connection down there as well, Danish. So, big good game, that.
The one after that, 4 o'clock. 4 games, fantastic. Mexico against Poland.
Yeah, I'll probably go and do my shopping then. Good game.
Surely you have someone to do your shopping for you.
Do you know what it is? Mexico versus Poland. When I think Mexico, you think World Cup. South America, we don't get to watch them much.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to watching I can't remember the goalkeeper's name, but he was, when it comes to World Cup, he's outstanding. It's when he shows up. So Mexico, Poland, and obviously, of course, Poland. Robert Lewandowski, one of the best strikers in world football. He'll want to get off to a good start. See, I'm looking forward to that game as well.
Okay, and the last one at 7 p.m.
That's the game of the day, I think.
France against Australia. Is that the game of the day?
For me, that's the game of the day.
What, because it's France?
You got France, and Australia ain't bad either. Quite workmanlike, quite pragmatic. Good centre forward. Jamie McLaren is a good centre forward for Australia. Scores a lot of goals in the Australian league. I'm looking forward to that one as well. But France, do you know what I mean? World champions, defending champions.
Maybe I should get you to predict the scoreline. So the first one going back to 10 a.m. Argentina against Saudi Arabia.
3-0 Argentina. Messi 2.
Okay, you're not giving them the 3? You're not giving them the hat-trick?
No.
Denmark against Tunisia, that one live on TalkSport as well, 1 p.m.
2-1 Denmark.
Okay. The I'm going out for my shopping game sees Mexico take on Poland. That one's at 4 p.m.
1-1.
Okay. And France against Australia, 7 p.m. live on TalkSport.
3-2 France.
Wow.
Yeah.
You seem a bit tight-fed.
Yeah, I do, yeah.
Madman. Right, time now for Benty to pick his TalkSport player of the match. Of course, it was Senegal against the Netherlands.
TalkSport's Man of the Match, presented by Dobble from Asmodee UK. Double, double, double. Oi, oi, oi. Dobble, available at all good retailers.
So, Benny, you've been keeping one eye on this game, right? Which is difficult for you to pick a man of a match. It was a brilliant goal from Cody Gakpo. Yeah, it was a great goal from him. And I saw earlier on listen, I'm talking to you, I'm doing a live radio show. I have no idea who's been man of the match.
Do you know what? It's been difficult to watch, but I think I'm going to give it to Cody Gakpo just because, obviously, his first World Cup, really good goal. A lot of eyes are on him around the world because, hold on, Colton Cole's come up in the middle of a live
Colton,
show.
why are you... You know we're live. What are you doing, Colton? Oh, my goodness, I don't... I know you're going to, but you know we're on air, right? We're still working. Okay?
Yeah.
Carl Gold's just walked up the stairs
to say bye.
Bless him for that. That's what happens, kids, right? If you have one too many shandies.
So I'm going to go Cody Gakpo just because a lot of eyes around the world are on him. A lot of top clubs are looking at him potentially. First World Cup, the eyes of the world are on him, and he scores in the opening game, and it looks like they're going to get all 3 points. So Cody Gakpo.
It does indeed. It's still 1-0. You can hear the remainder of that. There's not that long left. I'm just looking, I think it's about 30 seconds, but if you want to switch over to TalkSport 2 and hear the rest of it, and of course the follow-up from it, you can. Now that was TalkSport's Man of the Match, presented by Dobble. When the game stops, keep on playing Dobble.
TalkSport's Man of the Match, presented by Dobble from Asmodee UK. When the game stops, keep on playing Dobble. Available at all good retailers.
Now, Benny, we've got about 2 minutes left. And what usually happens at the end of the show is you sort of sum up everything you've been doing for the last 2 hours. I have to be honest, when I came into work this morning, when my limo driver picked me up... Are you coming on public transport, did you? When I got... Yeah, I wish. When I got on public transport, you know I'm a man of the people.
You are not a man of the people.
Don't pull back the curtains. I was thinking... what sort of team would Gareth pick? And when I saw it and there was no Phil Foden, and for months, by the way, I've been saying, he won't pick Foden. He'll go with Saka, Sterling and Kane, etc. When I saw the lineup, I was a little bit like, oh, why has he done that? But in my wildest dreams, I didn't think for one moment we would win as convincingly, as easy. And not only that, I think the headline is just every single England player, including the subs that came on, all 5 of them, I just thought they were brilliant. I really mark them 10 out of 10. They were great.
All made an impact, didn't they? One's come off the bench, the ones who started. I had Phil Foden in the midfield in my team. He put Mason Mount, who was brilliant as well. But that's what England have got to do. But I think Gareth spoke about it and he said, we can't get carried away, can we? It's the first game, we beat around 6-2. He wasn't happy with the manner of the 2 goals he conceded, but it's about moving on to the next one, which will be a sterner test in the USA.
How difficult will it be for the England players tonight? They go back to the hotel, they'll obviously be in great spirits, they'll be sitting there laughing and joking and reminiscing about great afternoons. But how difficult will it be for the players and the manager and the staff as well, just to keep their feet on the ground and just look at it as it's a win, let's not get too excited?
Listen, I've been a player in the dressing room, and when you go from week to week or game to game, you take that confidence with you. So Saka scores 2. He'll take that confidence from this game into the next game. He'll feel like he's walking on water the next game. So will the other goal scorers, the way that they play. So, yeah, of course, you've got to keep your feet on the ground, but there's no harm in taking that confidence and that arrogance into the next game, because, again, we know USA maybe will be a sterner test than Iran, but England are better than USA. Okay. So even going with that same arrogance, they win again.
A quick word about Jordan Pickford. We've not spoken about Pickford at all. He did concede 2, but he made a great save towards the end as well.
Yeah, played really well. Really well again. Great save. Was beaten twice. I'm sure he'll be annoyed about that. But again, we've said it about Pickford. Doesn't let you down, does he? When he's in an England shirt, he does not let you down. And as you said, they went clean through, because that's another opportunity there. That could have been 6-3.
That's right.
He went down, stuck his right hand up, really, really good save, tipped it onto the bar. But I said, Gareth Southgate, he has to nitpick and find something where England can be better. But on the whole, secretly, when he gets back to his hotel room, he'll be thinking, yes.
10 out of 10.
10 out of 10.
Okay. You and I are done today. We are, because of live commentary, obviously there's no drive times this week and not for the next couple, because there's 4 games a day and one of them is a 4 o'clock kickoff. So the next time you and I are on air is Friday afternoon. Looking ahead to another England game as well.
Yeah.
So I'm looking forward to that. So we can relax, we can listen to TalkSport, download the app for free, etc. And
swipe left
and watch copious amounts of World Cup football. We cannot wait. The World Cup football, the live commentary continues at 7 o'clock. Wales get their campaign underway. They take on the USA. Build up to that one begins next, right here, live on TalkSport.
World Cup Game Day live on TalkSport, presented by Carling. Carling, the UK's #1 lager. 18 plus, please drink responsibly.
It's here. Screwfix Black Friday deals. Get 60% off the Turbo Gold multi-purpose screw 1400-piece trade pack, now only $19.99. And with Screwfix Sprint, we'll deliver straight to your site or home in 60 minutes or less, exclusively on our app. Screwfix Black Friday deals. Shop on the app, online or in-store. Must end 28th of November. T's and C's, delivery charges and geographical restrictions apply. Selected products while stocks last.
This season,
Delivery!
Prime Video is delivering the entire 2022 Rugby Autumn Nation Series to your door. Watch the home nations take on the best teams from the Southern Hemisphere, including New Zealand, Australia and South Africa. Exclusively on Prime Video this year.
Little Bear will now take your questions.
Is it true you're dating Charlie?
Actually, Little Bear would not like to comment on that, but would like everyone to know that Lidl have delicious fresh British turkey and crowns in store from the 19th of December, as well as frozen British turkeys available right now. Because Lidl is big on a Christmas you can believe in. Subject to availability, excludes NI.
The Subway Festive Stack.
Oi, what's that then?
It's a turkey sub with maple smoked bacon and hash browns.
Let's give it a try.
Now dip it in the gravy.
Ah, yeah, that's well nice.
How about a side of pigs and blankets? Feed your festive spirit with Subway's new menu.
Pepsi Max. Can you feel that fizz? I can. Tastes like Christmas in my can. Sweet but no sugar inside. Are you mad? I can never compromise for the max. This year Santa's sleigh's full throttle. He's got flavours and fizz in a bottle. We all know that it's time to get festive. Had to put maximum taste in my beverage. Pepsi Max. Maximum taste, no sugar.
I'm an accountant, but I work with a lot of builders. Tax returns, financial advice, that sort of thing. So if you're a builder, open a Travis Perkins trade account and download the app. You get your own personalised discounts, you can check stock on the go at any branch, and have all your Travis Perkins invoices in one place to keep an eye on costs. Important at this time. Though if you're an accountant, important at any time. Travis Perkins, doing what matters for the trade. Open a trade account and download the app at travisperkins.co.uk.
World Cup Game Day, live on TalkSport. Presented by Double from Asmodee UK. When the game stops, keep on playing Double. Available at all good retailers.
TalkSport.
Direct from the dunes on 1089 and 1053 medium wave. World Cup Game Day live with Hugh Wozencroft. Live from Qatar.
TalkSport. No team has waited longer between appearances at the World Cup. And tonight for Wales, the nation that forged the great John Charles, please. Ian Rush, Mark Hughes, Gary Speed.